Okay. All right. Well, hey, hi everyone. Welcome to another session of Pathfinder, second edition, as the Tengu flies, a second edition campaign taking place in TNTR. I am the the game master, Fifi Squeaks, and I go by pronouns he/her. And I'm going to pass it off to the hostess of the stream.
Hi, I'm Astrid. My pronouns are she, they, and I am playing Yarra, Shadowtide of House Thul, and her pronouns are she, they as well. Next.
I am Blastflight. I am playing Yule. Our pronouns are both he, they. I pass it off to Dot.
Hi, I'm Dot. I play Iori, and both of us use she, they pronouns. Pass it off to Grumpy.
I'm Grumpybear. I play Drin the dwarf. Our pronouns are he, him. I pass it off to the next person in line.
I believe that's me. I'm Wandren. I play the character Saadi al-Kathiri bint Fadlan. We are both she/her.
Okay, and I believe that's everyone.
Yep.
So, as always, we're going to have Blasty take care of the recap. So, if you please.
Alright. Season 3, Episode 6. Slow Times in Kirahata. The adventurers, now having blown up one of the forward bases of the Seven Rings of Heaven and one of their bamboo factories, are on their way back to Kirahata. While the Saotome and the Higetoki lovers find their place no longer at home, but with others. What will the gnome with the library problem have to say about this? We return to our friends on our journey back to town.
Okay. And just to clarify a little bit of the details, the lovers, Izumi, I actually have their names right here. Izumi Higetoki and Utsumi of the Saotome families have. This is in between session roleplay, but the party had convinced them that they don't need to return to their families and they could instead just run off to be happy, and they left letters to the party to deliver to a priest, Goro, that is in charge of the former shrine of Jinro Suzumu. Currently, it's a shrine to Fumayoshi, but the lovers explained that he had to change the shrine in order to keep it running underneath the Oni Lord rule. So he's not truly a proponent of Fumayoshi. As you are arriving back in town, it is the 10th, I believe. I can check the campaign calendar.
Yes.
Yes, it is the 10th Sunday of Shaldo. Just shy of a week before the Harvest Festival comes to town. And so the party, minus the two lovers who have decided to flee to the east for Menkai, the party is in grand spirits with things to sell and with pockets full of coin of silver and copper that's just burning a hole through their pockets. And so now that is going to take us to where we are as you arrive at the gates of Kirahata. As mentioned, Kirahata is a kind of a resort luxury town. So the guards aren't really they're not holding you up very long to check your belongings. They just check you out, give you the spiel to behave yourself, and warning you that the Harvest Festival is coming in about 5 days. So get ready for fun. And you're allowed into the city. So with that said, it's morning time, and alchemists, go ahead and prepare your reagents for the day. Besides that, everybody restore one. Set your hero points to 1. And what do you do? It is currently morning.
Yule is first going to go with Yarra, probably, to deliver those letters.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we, after delivering the letters, we probably should secure some kind of lodging for the days to come.
Yes, that, and also seek out the money changers.
Yep.
Okay. Since we're in downtime mode, what I'm going to ask is what each of you are doing for the next hour, now that you're back in town. But before that, do you set up a plan on when to meet up later today, or to meet up like later in the day at all before dinner time?
We definitely should meet up later.
Yeah.
What time you said it was right now?
Morning.
It is about 7:30 in the morning.
So meet up around 1 at the Bean Drinkers?
Yeah.
1 o'clock at the Bean Drinkers?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is the
Sounds
inn
good to me.
that was the tavern that we had stopped at before.
Yeah, the open air tea house. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Sorry, not the Bean Drinkers, it's Bean Drink.
Yeah,
Huh?
Bean Drinks Tea House. So yes, it is a tea house, and you can rent rooms there as well. And Verbard said that he would be there daily between the hours of 11 to 4. So you would likely catch him there if you arrive there at 1-ish.
Yep.
Okay. So for now it's 7:30. So I'm going to ask for the next hour. What is everyone doing? I think that Yarra and Yule said they were going to deliver, look for the priest and deliver the letters. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Before I have anybody make any rolls, going down the line, what is Saadi doing?
Saadi is just going to go to the markets and start trying to sell some of the things that they've gotten.
Okay.
She's specifically going to sell the loaded dice and start looking for crafting recipes.
Okay. And is it? Go ahead.
Say, if she's doing that, then that's 30. I'm gonna put that again. That's 36 gold and 1 silver worth of stuff from the party funds that she will have access to for selling.
Yep.
Okay. But what I was going to ask was, is anybody going with Saadi to the markets?
Don't everybody jump at once.
No, it's okay. If nobody's going, that's fine. I was just making sure. All right, so
Iori will offer to tag along.
Okay, so Iori will tag along, and I'll get to you two in a moment. Drin, are you joining anyone, or did you have something else in mind for yourself?
2 things. I'm going to look for followers of General Satsume to maybe find out more information about the 2 holy symbols I'm carrying of his.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, you would be coming with us to the temple.
Oh, well then, okay. That's what I'm doing. The other would be later looking for a magical armorer to maybe purchase a +1 rune for my weapon.
Yep.
My hammer.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the larger group first. Since you are looking for the old Temple of Fumiyoshi, the Temple of Fumiyoshi that used to be a Temple of Suzumu, you can give me either a perception or a society check. If you have any relevant city lore or religious lore, you can also roll that instead.
Society? Certainly.
I have city lore.
Sweet. Roll it.
Okay, so that's going to be alright, so that's going to be +1 from both Yule, Yarra and Drin, which makes it a 14, which will be enough. You spend most of the time looking for the old temple, and you eventually do find it. And you find the temple is a kind of a shrine, an enclosed shrine that's enclosed in a fence. The front of the shrine has like a like a grassy field with a koi pond over on both sides of a small bridge going over said pond. And at the front of the steps of the temple, you see an old. Actually, I do have his token, so I'm just going to put it on the map here so you can see. But you see a middle-aged human in red robes and red and yellow robes who is currently sweeping up the steps. Spotting you when you approach, the human raises the hand and calls out, "Greetings, greetings, friends! What brings you to the Temple of Fumeyoshi this day?"
Twofold, really. One, we have some letters for you from some, well,
Mutual acquaintances?
yeah, that's probably the best way to describe them.
Oh, is that so?
Yule produces the letters and hands them over. Just,
Okay.
I think you might understand their situation well.
Okay. Goro takes the letters from you, looks down at them, recognizes the handwriting, and without another word, just slips it into his robes. And he looks around for a moment and then bows his head once more and says, "Ah, I see, I see. It's very good that the pair of them managed to get away from their situation. Will they be returning to their families then?"
No, that's what the letters are for. They've headed east.
I see, I see. Very well. I shall read these tonight when I have a chance. Or are these intended for others?
I believe they are intended to go to their families, but I don't see any harm in you reading them.
Perhaps, but if they are intended for others' eyes, I do not wish to...
Very fair, sir.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I do not want to give the families any reason to doubt their contents.
That is true. The second thing, Yule motions to Drin. You had something to ask him, I believe.
I do.
And he looks towards you, Drin.
Drin reaches into a pouch, and in one in each hand, he holds out the holy symbols of Satsuma, and says, I came across these in our wanderings. I wonder if they're of any interest to you.
He examines the holy symbols for a moment, and he rubs his chin, and after a moment he looks up and says, "I see. These symbols have been made before the war. So they are not exactly ancient holy symbols, but the style," and he gestures to like some of the ironwork, the style is one that fell out of favor because of the need for iron during the war. Where did you come into these, if I may ask?
Well, just among our travels in the last weeks.
An old Ford base of those lovely rings.
The 7 rings?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were, sadly, the last bit of a shrine that survived.
And do you know where that shrine was?
Yes, it was inside the fort. The fort is no more.
There were many... here, hold on a second. And he goes inside and comes back out with... he's moving to go inside. What do you do?
We follow. At least Yule follows.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he leads you to a small room, and there he sets out a map of Chuye on the table, and says, "Could you show me where, approximately?"
Yule unfolds his map, looks at his own, and just gently with a finger circles where it is. About there. There's a shrine. There's a shrine to, I believe, the same deity as this place. I'm actually blanking on if the here out of character speaking.
Yosusumu?
No. The shrine that was outside the outside the fort.
Oh.
That was Kijong.
Oh yes, thank you. There was a shrine to Kijong on the hill nearby.
Ah. Okay.
That
Vigilance. So Vigilance Keep then. I had wondered what happened there.
They had defiled it. Surprisingly, the shrine itself had yet to be defiled. It gave us its last blessings, I believe.
Well, then I thank you for doing what you did and for bringing these to me. There was a young soldier who I had given a letter of introduction to Vigilance Keep before the war happened. According to his brothers in arms, he didn't make it through the initial fighting. If one of these belonged to him, then perhaps this will bring him his soul peace. I do not have much to offer, but here. And he goes into the back, closes the door behind him. After a short time, he comes back out, and he offers the party. He takes the symbols, and he will offer the party 17 gold pieces.
Nice.
It's the least that I could do.
Thank you. It has been an honor to help another soul.
Now, that said, I do have to hide these before any of the Oni's men come. So, if you'll excuse me.
Of course.
Thank you.
And with that, Goro bows his head and disappears in the back once more. What's the party? And go ahead and remove that from the party fund. The two symbols.
Yep. Swapping that in.
Mm-hmm. And with that, what's the party going to do now?
Well, we should probably secure some kind of lodging.
Okay,
great.
So we'll come back to you.
Yule is going to split from that. Is going to suggest before we get lodging, we hit up the money changers.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and exchange the money from that you have from the party fund, and I'll go to the others.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Saadi and Iori, you two had gone to the markets, and while you were there, you find there are this close to the festival. There are a lot of merchants around, so it's relatively easy to find buyers for your items. So you can go ahead and just mark off the items from the party fund and add the gold. But because of the speed with which you were able to do so, what else do you wish to do? Like, is there anything that you wish to look for, or?
Yes. Saadi is actually looking for a particular magic recipe. It is the recipe of, let's see, the versatile tinderpots. It's not something that she crafted yet, but she needs the recipe.
Okay. And what is the level of the recipe?
Let's see. It says item 1. Is that just level 1?
Okay, level 1. Yes, you do find that that recipe, and you can purchase it. The shop seller is willing to sell it to you for a gold. What about you? What about you?
So that means that drops it down to 35 gold coming back. Okay.
What about you, Iori? Is there anything that you're doing in the meantime as well?
Iori is going to be sticking close and keeping watch, but she is also trying to keep an eye open for any signs of either the resistance itself or the thing that we talked about.
Okay. That would be either a perception check, or one of your relevant lores. Lore checks are always lower difficulty.
I'll go for Chuye Lord then.
Go for it.
I will use my hero point.
Yeah. because-
Yep, remember everybody to reset your hero point to 1.
Can Saadi assist?
Oh, that is not a good roll. You can assist, but honestly, with that roll, that's not going to be enough. So, but that's okay. That just means that you don't see any signs in the busy market. So you can try again when you move to a new area. So, is there anything else that you're looking for while you're in the markets?
Remember, you are out of rations.
Oh, right, yes. I think that Iori would have to remind Saadi of that. She's not used to being on or like striking out on her own, so she's not used to buying food for herself.
Oh my god.
She normally back home she would have servants to do this stuff for her.
So does Iori kind of point that out?
Because Saadi genuinely ran out of food.
Yeah, she will mostly from like it probably wouldn't come naturally to her because she's used to living alone, but would like begin like munching on like a ration and then like look at Saadi, look at the ration, look at Saadi, look at the ration, and then be like, "Oh, we gotta go buy food."
Yeah, and at that point, Saadi would actually purchase herself food for the next couple of weeks.
So,
And is there like a higher quality ration pack than what's normally available?
I mean, of course, people will sell that to you. Yeah, so there is, besides normal ration packs, which is 4 silver piece for a week, you can also buy a higher quality. There are 2 levels of higher quality. There is a stand that is selling like dried fish and berry rations, basically for that seafood and kind of sweet berry flavor. Which is 6 silver per week. Excuse me, 6 silver per week. There's also a fine quality version, which is basically like dried wrap buns and pre-made like pork buns and natto that you can like cook and cook really quickly and like eat for spiced flavor, which is 1 gold a week.
Saadi, Jesus, 1 gold. Saadi balked at the idea of spending an entire gold on a week's worth of food, but she does purchase 2 of the medium tier food packs for herself.
Okay,
2 weeks worth.
so that's
you can put medium rations, I guess, in your inventory.
and that would be how much silver?
6 each, so 12 silver
12?
for 2 weeks.
Just trying to figure out how much. That's 2.
So keep in mind that yeah, are you spending from the party fund that you've gained, or are you spending it from yours?
Saadi would be spending it from the party fund.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just calculate it out of the silver that's in the party fund folder. So that's 12 in total, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 80. Okay. Cool.
Because it makes
Okay.
sense. Food and lodging should always come out of the party fund.
Right. I'm gonna just make it easier on myself right now and add that 35 and 1 silver to the.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Just.
I completely forgot about this, but Saadi is also in the market for a pack mule or a pack horse.
That probably would come out of the party fund too.
Okay, sure. So you do find a seller of pack animals, and who will tell you that they have 2 options for 2 options that you could purchase, assuming you want to buy rather than rent.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so what they are offering is either a pack horse, which effectively can carry, with the saddlebags that it comes with, can carry 16 bulk worth of items, which will be 2 gold pieces right off the brink, and a week of feed is 1 copper. You can also buy a donkey, which is a donkey which only can carry 8 bulk, and that will cost you 1 gold piece. Same amount for the feed.
Gotcha. Saadi is definitely going to buy the horse.
Oh, yeah.
Can I take this out of the party fund as well?
Yes.
Of course.
I'm just going to mark that down really quickly. That she spent 2 gold, and then I guess maybe 4 copper for 4 weeks of feed.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Can we name the horse Dot as in Department of Transportation?
Oh my god.
Last time we named it OSHA.
That's true.
That's up to you guys. I'm not making that decision.
Her father works for the DOT.
That's the other reason.
But yeah, feel free to edit the party fund for the however much you need to move out of there.
Already did.
Okay, cool. Did not notice. Sweet. And he said that was 4 weeks of rations.
4 weeks of animal feed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. All right, and you can, we can worry about like stabling prices when you get to an end. But you are now the proud owner of a new pack horse. With that said, Iori, some time has passed, and since you had to go to the stables to look for that, since you went to the had to go to the stables to purchase one, would you like to make another attempt to see if you can find any signs of what we were talking about?
Sure, I will try again.
Go for it.
And Saadi will assist. What should I roll for that?
You can roll either society. You don't have the relevant lore, so society or perception to help. All right, that's not going to be enough to help.
All right, big money, no whammy.
Big money.
No whammies.
Much better.
Much better. Okay. You actually do spot a human woman who is traveling through, who is walking through the markets holding a basket of supplies. And at first you think nothing of it until you notice a symbol of Mizuki Hikari like woven into the shoulder of her kimono. Basically like an extremely subtle sign that you would actually have to didn't mean to click that you would actually have to pay attention to notice. So
I'm sorry, I see that thing, I'm like...
Ignore that.
Terrible.
So you do see the sign. What do you do?
Excuse me.
Iori is going to approach, try to be subtle, enough, but at least to kind of approach and
And I'm gonna go ahead and put on the map so that you can see. Okay, and the woman sees you approaching and bows her head and says, "Greetings. It is a fine day, and how may I help you?"
I'm a traveler to the area and was wondering if you knew any good places to pray or make offerings in this fair city.
And this is a strange thing. It seems like a strange thing to her. So she engages you in conversation back and forth. And you can give me a deception check. Basically, like you're not trying to deceive her. You're just basically trying to clue her in without anybody else getting in on the act. Okay, easily done. And eventually you come to a mutual understanding of what you're exactly looking for, and she bows her head and says, "Why, yes, actually, there is a, well, it used to be a shrine the times before, but there is a woman who sleeps there during the day, and it is just at the edge of the rice paddies, and she gives you directions and says, if you wish to make offerings or to visit there, the woman who attends that shrine should be there within the next few hours. Perhaps sometime in the early afternoon.
Excellent.
Obviously,
Thank you
hinting
very
that
much.
that's when she'll be there.
Blessings upon you, and then kind of bows her head and returns to Saadi.
She bows her head and scurries off. So what do you do now?
I said I returned to Saadi, so whatever Saadi is doing, I suppose.
Yep.
I guess that Saadi's just wrapping up getting the horse. And I don't know. I guess that we just head back to the bean drinks tea house.
Well, you do have some. You still have several hours, so if you're done, then we can just go to the others. Then.
Well, one last thing I suppose that Saadi needs. She is going to go to find a blacksmith to inscribe, a magical crafting blacksmith to inscribe the the weapon potency rune into her Jazael.
Okay, so you can go ahead and that'll. You do find a blacksmith easily enough, and they will agree to etch it onto your weapon for 3 silver.
Yep, she'll do that. She'll take that out of her own fund.
Okay. So to mark that, you don't have the Giselle for the rest of the day because they're going to need the day to scribe it. But when it's so you'll have to come back tomorrow to get it. But when you do, you can mark your weapon as a +1. Basically, set it, and that only affects the attack, not the damage.
Yep. One other question. So I have this adaptive cogwheel. Does that need to be inscribed into a weapon as well?
No. Basically, the way that works is that you activate it and you attach it to the gun, and it'll change to a different gun for a set amount of time. For I think like a turn.
In that case, then yeah, that's all she needed to do. You can switch over to the other party.
Okay.
What time is it currently?
Let me see. It was 7:30. It is now about 8:30.
Okay.
All right. So going back to the rest of the party, you said that after you went to the temple, what were you going to do?
Go to the
Well,
money
we hit up
exchangers and then. Oh, sorry, Matt. Blasty.
You're right. We hit the money traders, and then
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Look for a decent priced tavern inn for everybody.
Okay. Let's see. It looks like that with the festival,
Just so you know.
All right. Oh, you're
Yeah, our internet just reset.
oof.
Yeah, so I missed about half of what you said.
So there is 2 locations. One by the markets, and one farther out. The one farther out is the bean drinks, and the one by the market is a jade coin.
You know what? Let's just do the bean drinks.
Yes, we seem to be doing quite a bit of business there anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we haven't gotten banned yet.
This is true. This is true. So the Bean Drinks Tea House has 2 levels. It's actually a pretty good tavern. So it has 2 levels of service. There's comfortable living, which basically gives you a clean room, bed, access to the public bath, and breakfast every morning for 1 gold piece a week. Also fine living, which gives you a luxury room with a private bath. A servant that will come up to bring you meals twice per day for 30 gold piece.
Per
Okay.
person or for the group?
Well, per whoever orders a room. Like, if you want to stuff more than one person into a room, you can do so. That's just the cost per room,
Okay,
and each room has one bed. Well, one large bed. So obviously, like the smalls can probably share a bed without issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, we could get 2 rooms.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Probably 3.
Yeah. And let's do the lower price one, so 3 gold per week. Let's do 2 weeks, so 6.
And what's their policy on stables?
Yes, I almost forgot about that. I heard that cat. The Bean Drink Tea House will offer stabling services for an additional silver a week.
Oh, that's easy. All right.
So I believe that'll be 2 additional silver per week because you have the horse plus the wolf.
Yep.
So that's 4.
Mhm.
So 6 gold and 4 silver.
Yep. So you got that managed.
Okay. So once you have that set, taking care of all that and arranging the lodging and all that, securing it will take up the next hour. So it is now 9:30. So I'm going to go back to the others. Did you say that you guys were after you arranged to have the blacksmith take your weapon? Was there anything else that you and Iori wanted to do?
I suppose that Saadi would just do some window shopping, as it were. Just looking at the various trinkets that's in baubles at the market.
Okay.
Actually, wait. There is one thing that she wanted to do. She would have just liked to visit the, let's see, of the, which one of the families is, alright, Higetoki family. Um, she wanted to just, like, go to the shrine, pay her respects. No, just earn some more, a little bit more reputation with them.
Okay. You can visit and pay your respects, but if you want to do work to try to earn like reputation with them, you'll have to spend a full day there. So, if you want to spend, yeah, so that's more for the downtime.
Yep. In that case, yeah, she'll just visit that, and that's all.
Okay, so I'm assuming, are you two doing anything special right now, or are you heading back to the bean drinks?
Are we doing anything, Iori? Or Dot?
No, not that I'm aware of. Pretty much everything that she has on tap that she wants to be doing will be later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna go back to the tea house.
Okay. So, you let me just take you to that map then. Here we go. So, ignore him because he's actually no. When you arrive, this is about like at 10:30 in the morning. You do find that Rabard is seated at a table currently, like he's just arrived and is currently waiting for service. So you can go ahead and move yourselves to the map.
Let's see. How do I add myself?
Just click and drag. If you need me to pull you onto the map, I can do that.
Yeah, if you could.
No problem. So, boom. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We're not in the combat section, so, did I added Drin. Let me add Saadi. Is there anybody else that needs to be added? Nope. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, add me please, because again, it seems that there's something always wonky with mine. Thank you.
All right, there you go.
Yep, that
Okay.
works.
So, once you arrive, what do? You see that Drin, excuse me, not Drin, Verbrard has sat down at the table and is currently the servers. It seems that he hasn't noticed your approach yet, or that your arrival, rather.
Well, I suppose that the first thing that Saadi's going to do is just look at the inn, see if there's any other interesting patrons around.
Okay, you can give me a perception check.
Everything. Just one sec. Perception. Perceive.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do see one person that you actually recall. You see the human woman that you had met that sent you out to Water Music Village in the first place, and currently she, you almost missed her, but she was just finishing up a breakfast, and you see next to her is a half full pack, like a backpack.
We should definitely talk to her, and then probably Viperard.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
So,
You'll
I'm gonna-
see
Mhm.
sees the horse. I'll go stable the horse.
Thank you.
All right. So while Yule is off, to keep this organized, I'm going to ask everybody. So while Yule is taking care of the horse, Saadi is going to the human woman. So it looks like Yada and Drin are going to a table, correct?
Yes.
Okay. A server comes to you and asks you what you can be. What would you like to eat, or how they can help you?
What's on the menu for today?
Since it's still morning breakfast, like considered breakfast, they tell you that they have steamed rice, miso soup, fermented soybeans, natto, grilled fish, pickled vegetables, and a vegetable platter available. And they tell you that also, if you prefer, they also have a variety of teas, including ginseng, black tea, Earl Grey tea, that sort of thing, that they're willing to serve, as well as coffees.
I think I'll do the steamed rice and the fish. Sorry,
Excellent.
I got distracted by a fluff.
No worries. All right, so steamed rice and fish. Excellent. Would you like a complimentary water with that, or would you prefer a tea?
Water's fine.
Very well. That will be 4 copper.
Okay, 4 copper.
And to you, looking to Drin.
Steamed rice, veggies, fish, and their strongest black tea, please.
Ah, good choice. That would be. She does some math on a little notepad that she has with her. That will be 6 copper.
Very well.
We'll have that out as soon as it's ready. And the server bows her head and slips off. So, meanwhile, while that's happening, Iori, what are you doing at this moment?
I suppose she is going to join the others at the table. I'm considering that she is doing some eyes open reconning, that kind of thing. She's probably shows up a few moments after the others. So, but yeah, she comes in and sits down and joins her other 2 compatriots.
Okay. So when you arrive, as you arriving, the server had already left, but you can order something when the server returns. What do the 3 of you do? Are you discussing anything? It looks like Yarra's has cat aggro, so I'll actually come back to you three.
No,
So-
I'm fine. I actually stopped thinking. That I was explaining why I got distracted.
Gotcha.
He's a good bean, but there are days. All right. Yarra isn't gonna say much. Actually, she's just gonna be quiet and observing everything.
Same with
Okay.
Drin. Sit
Alright,
back
sound-
with his fingers templed and tapping his chin with them, watching the crowd or the people as they come and go.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I'll come back to you then. Saadi, as you approach, the human looks up from her packing and bows her head and says, "Oh, you made it! I'm so pleased that that I could see you before I head back."
Saadi bows her head in turn. Have you heard the news of what's happened at the village?
I had. This kind elf approached me and mentioned that your party was successful in liberating the city from the bandits.
Yes, we have. Although I come bearing some ill news as well.
Oh,
The mayor, he perished during the attack.
oh, oh dear. Uh, was it the bandits?
It was the bandits.
Oh. I was
Sorry,
worried.
I'm laughing, but my character isn't.
I was worried that would happen. Well, may he survive well in heaven.
Sure, the gods will guide him. I'm sure of that.
Well,
And Saadi bows her head a little bit reverently.
well, the elf has secured me passage by caravan to back home. So they leave this afternoon. So I just wanted a last meal before I headed and waited.
Just a warning. The bandits who did this, they were members of the Seventh Circle of the Seven Circles, a bandit clan.
Oh, I know.
We struck down their main encampment, but there were still 3 outlying encampments. So be wary. If you're able to, arm yourselves.
I'll be sure to spread news to the villagers then.
course.
We're going to need a new representative. Thankfully, it's some time before tax season, so we have time to choose someone. But I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Of course, I pray for a quick journey.
And with that, she bows her head and she says, "Well, and she leaves a few coins on the table. I should be going. Blessings to you and yours. And
Likewise.
at this, I'm going to need you to give me a fortitude save."
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me
Is
just one
Drin
second.
watching any of this?
I mean, yeah, you'd be looking at.
Well, yeah, you were paying attention, looking around.
Oh my!
Do you want to re-roll that?
It's up to you.
Should I? No, I won't.
Okay.
That was a 3.
You feel a sudden like a very deep chill surrounding in the air, and you almost feel like something is watching you. A quick scan around the area doesn't show anything that you can see, at least, but it almost feels like something is choking the air around you. The moment passes, but you are going to take the frightened one condition.
All right. Maybe just a second to mark that.
And how long does that last?
This one will last for until this. Actually, This one will last for a minute.
Okay.
And with that,
I've marked it down on my sheet.
And with that, Wu Si Yon will bow her head and leave the room, leave the area. All right. So,
What were the coins that she dropped on the table?
she set down 6 copper.
Just copper. She's just gonna add that to the party fund.
Okay.
I'm just gonna change that word.
You'll seize this.
So you're on your way back then?
Yeah, you'll seize this and puts down a silver
Hmm?
from his own pocket.
What for?
That was her paying for her meal.
Oh,
No. Let's just keep the copper. I can understand the confusion.
Everybody gained a hero point. That was actually kind of funny.
everyone but me.
No, everyone.
Okay.
So 7 copper added to the fund.
Yep, I already took care of it.
So Saadi just sort of blinks a few times at Yule before she realizes what just happened.
You'll smiles. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Plus,
Okay.
hey, wait.
Just take solace in that Iori didn't see you do this.
No, from Iori's angle, it might just look like they're just upgrading the lady's tip, having the lady tip the business now.
Yeah.
All right. With that, are you two going to Vibrard, or are you joining the rest of the party?
Yule is going over to Vibrard. Yes, I don't know what
It's
Saadi.
Actually gonna join the rest of the party, for now at least. And she's actually just gonna mention really quickly that she felt that an unnatural chill around her as the lady was leaving.
Did you by chance happen to say a lie?
And then she sort of purses her lips a little bit. Maybe?
Ah. Yeah, that'd do it.
Okay. The server comes around and sets down the food for Yarra and Drin, and then looks to Iori and Saadi and says, greetings. Welcome to the Bean Drinks tea house. Is there something that I can offer to you?
I'll take a miso milk water.
BRB, food aggro in real life.
Okay. Very well, that would be 2 copper then. And you, miss? Looking at Saadi.
He's gonna get the rice and the fish.
Rice
and
and the fish?
a black coffee.
And a black coffee, that'll be 5 copper.
Mm-hmm. She'll spend that from her own fund.
And you go ahead, and she says, I'll return with that shortly. And with that, she bows her head and scurries off. Meanwhile, Yule, when you make it to the table, Vibrard had just gotten his meal and was just about ready to dip into some noodles, and was in mid slurp when he spots you, and he adjusts his glasses, puts down his chopsticks, and says, "Oh,
No. Finish up. I can wait.
No. I've been waiting for a few days now. Your return then. Yes, so, is it time to discuss that matter that I wish to hire your group for?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Very well. Then, what did I tell you last time?
That you were in search of a library.
Hmm.
And that was about it. That was it. You were absolutely cryptid, and that has been stuck in my head this entire time.
Very well, then. The library that that I wish for you to help me scour is a library that is beneath of an abandoned home, off to the edge of town, and I will insist that I go there with you, but I have reason to believe that something I'm looking for, scrolls relating to an important treasure or relic, is within. I explored a little bit, but I have the feeling that this place may be haunted or infested with monsters, and so you will need your arms, and you will need to be ready for it when you're ready to go.
See,
And if you and your group wishes to, then I'm prepared to pay 20 gold pieces off up front. And if what I seek is there, then I will pay at least double that. Pay the same amount again.
now you saying that as a group 20 gold, or is that per person? Either direction is fine.
Do I look like a prince to you? 20 gold as a group.
That's what I thought. I was just making sure, because otherwise it would have been extremely crazy of you to do that.
Of course it would be, and I wouldn't trust me if I offered that.
Exactly. That's why I had to check. You are a reasonable man.
Mm-hmm. In addition, I am also prepared to offer you some potions that may assist you in your ventures down there.
All right.
And with that, he says, "So, do we have a deal then?"
Yule extends his hand. We have a deal.
Excellent. What day do you wish to do so? To make this a track.
Drippy drip drip.
All right. Just out of character here, guys. Do you want to go straight into this, or do we want to have the 2 other days of downtime that we wanted?
I at least want to participate in that little festival.
Well, the festival's in 5 days.
Week.
Oh, that's in 5 days?
Yeah, the first day of the festival is in 5 days.
Well, out of character. Will we be able to do this little delving and then come back in, a day or maybe 2?
Well, he said it was in town, so basically you would go to someplace in the city, and then you'd
Gotcha.
still be in this. Yeah, so the adventure's all contained within Kirahata.
Okay.
And it probably should take us more than a day and a half.
Yeah.
In-game time. Right?
Any day is good, honestly, if that's the case.
So then, if I said tomorrow, we rest up tonight, meet him up in the morning once you pick up your weapon.
Yep, sounds good.
Anybody have an objection to going straight into the adventure?
Nope.
Dot?
Iori, Yarra?
Iori is had things that she wanted to do today, but
No.
They were doing it tomorrow.
tomorrow's fine, sure.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay, very well. Then I shall be here tomorrow morning. Then.
All right. I know one of our people has to pick up something from the stores. They had a weapon they dropped off to get some work done, but we will be here as early as we can.
Yes. Well, before I forget, and with that, he reaches into his pouch, pulls out 20 gold coins, and sets it on the table and shoves it towards you. You're up front.
Yule nods. We'll be here. Don't worry. And don't worry about the potions. We'll deal with that once we're actually there.
Well, I do. Looking across the table and seeing Saadi, and says, "I think I'll prepare an oil of light. There is no lighting down there, so you'll need the lighting for her."
For her, Yule motions to the other sorry. Not just Saadi, but also to. God, why am I blanking on your character's name again? Dot.
Iori.
Iori. He also. Well, it's 2 people actually. There's 2 people that are humans among us.
Should I prepare 2 oils?
Among Us!
Among us. Should I prepare 2 oils then?
2 would probably be better.
Very well. 2 oils of light, and I believe I could
Took me
I could
longer than I
prepare
thought to find that.
a potion of emergency escape or a ration tonic.
In this moment, I think the emergency escape probably be the best.
Very well. Then I'll have that ready for you tomorrow.
You'll not.
And go ahead.
You'll not enjoy your meal.
Of course.
You'll
And with
take
that, he takes the bowl and he gets back to eating and just watches you until you leave. What do you do?
You'll just silently stands up, takes the coins, takes it back to the group.
Okay. So Roberta's just going to eat, and then as soon as he's done eating, he's going to leave to prepare for tomorrow. So what does the party do now? I guess this is the point where you discuss and catch up.
Mm-hmm.
You'll sit down, puts the coins down. All right. It's a supposedly haunted library underneath a house. 20 gold up front for the group. He has a potion of escape and 2 potions of light that he will be preparing for us. Shouldn't be too much. He's looking for certain scrolls. We are going to be there here tomorrow, early, as early as we can be, because I know you, Saadi, have to pick up your weapon. I can see that's missing.
Indeed.
But we have 20 up front, and then at least another 20 coming our way, if this is successful.
Well then, I suppose we should get some rest. Stock up on supplies that we need, and then get some rest.
Indeed. Let's. I'm gonna hit up the market once we've finished eating here. Grab a few rations, and then head back to our rooms.
The server comes and brings the food for Saadi and Iori, and then looks to Yule and says, "Greetings. Is there something that I can bring you as well?"
An oolong and rice.
Oolong and rice. That would be 3 copper.
Yule nods and hands that over.
Alright, she accepts it. I'll have that in just a moment. And she takes the coins and moves to the back. What do you do now?
Well, Yule waits for his food politely and just puts the gold into the group's box.
Put it in the box.
Alright, so your food comes along shortly after, and everybody finds that this is very warm, filling meal. It's honestly some of the richest, it's good heart food. Like, it fills your body with warmth, and it's just a nice, good flavor. The tea or coffee, or if you order drinks, has a rich flavor to it, and the server sets down sugar and cream and other honey and other additives in the center of the table. And as you're enjoying your meal, she comes back every so often to pick up their empty plates, empty cups, and offering refills as needed. Besides that, is there anything else you're doing while you're having your late breakfast?
Do we have a map of the city?
You'll
Yeah, go ahead.
You'll bought one when he was first here, so yes.
Can I see it?
You'll unfolds that and passes over.
Okay, Iori's going to spend a bit studying the map.
Okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for on the map?
Well, the location that she was recommended to go to, and like how far it is from here.
Okay. The location that you were recommended appears to be on the outskirts of the city in the farmlands, or the rice paddies, and it's assuming you're going on a direct route, it's maybe about 20-30 minute walk across the city, give or take. Like any winding around crowds or through street alleys that you'd have to do. If you took a roundabout route to avoid like common open areas where guards may be watching, you would add about 40 minutes to that trip.
Got it. So I guess the other thing is, what kind of nightlife does the city have?
The city has a very rich nightlife, basically because of the Oni, because of Tamami's insistence on like making this like a kind of a resort city and like drawing into a heavy tourism. There are like no less than 5 gambling dens, 3 brothels, 20 bars, and 16 playhouses in this city alone. So it's got a very basically think like Chinatown, Vegas,
Okay. Iori is going to
like
write
a mix
down
between the two.
the names of some of the larger gambling dens and brothels and playhouses. She's just gonna pick like she's going to write down the names of them in a little notepad she has. Well, I guess actually it'd be more likely would be a scroll. And then hands the map back. Thank you.
No problem.
What about the rest of the party? Now that your meals are about done, is there anything else that you're doing or discussing?
Will I have time to purchase a +1 rune for my axe?
Oh yeah, we have all day.
You certainly do.
That's what I will be doing.
Okay. If there, I guess the other question, the main question I was wondering is there anything that you're doing right here at the table?
Not
Okay.
Yours
Actually,
definitely would make small talk, but yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
Have I lost the frightened condition?
Yes, the frightened condition is done.
But yeah, no, Saadi's not going to be doing anything else.
Okay. So then, before we go into like downtime for the rest of the day, let's take a small break. Anybody who's still here, I can handle their downtime actions. But if you want to take a break, go ahead and take a break.
Oh, I'm back. I'm just eating.
Gotcha. So, who is anybody sticking around rather than taking a small break? I should ask.
I'm going to be taking a small break.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here. I've got all my supper, so.
Okay, so let's start with you then. So, you said you wanted to look for a +1 rune for your Warhammer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That would be 35 gold plus 3 silver to have a rune purchased and to have it etched onto your weapon. And it'll be ready first thing in the morning.
Ooh, I can't afford that much.
How much?
Keep in mind there is a party fund.
Right,
Keep
you
in
said
mind Good.
how much did you say?
He said 35 gold. And
She.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we can afford that.
Yep, the party fund, I believe, can afford that, right?
Yeah, we're currently sitting at 78 gold.
okay.
So we're gonna get, so that's 35 you said?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 silver.
I
On
can
it.
handle this. Okay.
All right. So are we taking 5?
Yeah.
Anybody that's sticking around, I'm just handling their actions, their downtime. So go ahead and
I'm
take
taking
5.
5.
Yeah. When you're ready, just let me know when you're back. Okay. So with that said, your Warhammer will be ready in the morning. Was there any downtime action that you want to take for the rest of the day?
Just wander around town, get used to knowing it.
Okay. So are you like carousing, trying to earn some income, or
Nope. Just wandering around, learning the lay of the land, knowing which roads lead to where I want to
More
go.
arrows.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a perception check real quick, or city lore if you have it.
Drin or me?
Well, Drin, since Drin was one that said it.
Yep.
Okay. You can ask me any question that, like, is there anything that you're looking for about the town? And I will tell you. You get one question.
Do I locate the Dwarven
You okay in there?
town section? Like, like Chinatown, Dwarf Town.
There is actually
Oh.
not a very heavy dwarf presence in. There is actually not a heavy dwarf presence in town. However, you do see that most of the dwarves that are present seem to be merchants rather than craftsfolk, like basically travelers. So most of the dwarves have kind of a like tradesman guild in Kirahata.
Oh, you're so cute.
They explain that from what you see or from what you can tell, like observing and like talking with them, is that basically the welcome back. Since Kirahata is kind of far away from the Dwarven hills and mountains, they don't really have a strong presence here. So most of the people here are traders coming from the nearby mountains along near Yule. Where's your character from again? The region? Oh. To the basically most of the dwarves are more further to the west. But if you wanted to hang out with dwarves, they would be in the merchant area.
Right. I just locate them for now.
Okay.
Wow.
Goodness.
I hope not.
Now they can hear me. Oops. My headset did
Oopsie-doodle.
something weird.
By the way, are you streaming?
Yeah?
Okay. But yeah, the
Headset was just deafened to the stream. So I don't know. That was weird. Every so often my Discord acts up, so.
okay. So since you're back, what are you doing in your downtime for the rest of the day?
Yarra is gonna. I'm gonna wander this town as well. I need to get rations and such myself, but also look at getting like ingredients to cook.
Okay. By the way, Drin, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade your sheet for your Warhammer. But okay, so if you're looking for cooking ingredients, you can find a set of. Let me just see.
Excuse me again. Einie, no, bad boy.
Okay. You can find a fine set of cook utensils with spices and other ingredients ready to go for 2 gold pieces. Or you can just buy like the spices, basically just the spices themselves for 4 silver. The difference is that the cooking supplies you can refill every time you're in town without having to spend any extra.
Okay.
Whereas the if you buy the cheap seats, then they're going to be gone after a week.
Okay, I think I'll do the first one, which was how much?
I think I said 3 gold. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
3 gold.
And let me just do. And that was cooking. What would it be under?
It's not really an item, so just add it to your items.
Okay.
Basically, I just
actually,
modify.
I was gonna say cookware. There's cookware you can.
Oh,
You could-
okay. Oh, it's 1 gold then. My bad.
Oh, so I get back.
You get back 2 gold.
So 9. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all good. All right, and rations are 4 silver piece a week.
Yep. Give me just 1 second. While I argue with my silly sheet, but yeah, okay. So 4 silver a week. She'd probably buy 3 weeks worth. So 3 weeks worth is going to be 12. So I have to convert that. So it drops to 6. This goes up to 14, which then goes down to 2. Okay. So I have 3 weeks worth of rations.
Okay.
I return.
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Welcome back.
So, after Yule does that, he's going to spend part of the rest of his day actually at the temple.
Okay. What will are you mostly doing anything at the temple, or like?
Well, he offers to sweep the temple just as a sort of as a meditative thing, as sort of a form of prayer, if you will.
Okay.
You know, a form of covert prayer, because
Gotcha.
you can't,
Gotcha.
because he worships the sumo. That is his god for him. So to pray at the temple, but he does it in the way of by sweeping. So prayer through action, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're basically spending the rest of the day cleaning and helping out, offering prayers. And at the end of that, you can actually give yourself reputation with the Church of General Susumu.
Sweet.
All right, and since that's what you're doing for the rest of the day, you're pretty much done until bedtime. So let me see. Drin was
Actually,
wandering around. So go ahead.
I have a question. I
Sure.
have on my character sheet, it says temporary -1 on all of my skills. I
That
removed
was-
my conditions.
Just go back over to conditions. Just click it on and off again.
On and off again? Gotcha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and it
No
should
problem.
pop it back off.
No, unfortunately not.
Let me
Huh.
look at your sheet. Yeah, where is that -1 coming from?
No idea.
Oh wait, are you over encumbered?
Nope. Not anymore.
I'm just. You know what I think? Okay, I see where it's. It's your armor. Your armor is giving you the -1.
Oh, I never realized that.
Not sure why it shouldn't. If you're trained with
Yeah,
it.
it's just leather armor.
Yeah. Let me look at your sheet real quick. This will be just one moment. Uh, leather armor. Nope, leather armor does have a check penalty.
Interesting.
That's
On
weird.
everything?
Notice it's only on like athletics, acrobatics, and stealth, and that sort of thing.
But the -1 is on literally everything, including perception, armor class, class DC.
Okay,
It's a
well,
-1 on pretty much everything.
I have no idea why that is. Let me check something. Let me remove it.
Okay, so re-highlight frightened, increment it to 1, and then increment it back to 0.
1 and then to 0?
Yeah.
No, I did that, but it didn't. It
Yeah.
didn't change anything.
Okay, so it looks like the frightened condition is like. Okay, so we'll have to figure it out later, but it looks like that when we added it, it gave you a -1 to everything that it shouldn't have.
Gotcha.
So, that is very weird, and we'll have to figure that out later. But, yeah. So,
the easiest way to clear that is to just click on the thing and then remove that -1 from each
Okay.
stat.
It's clear now.
There we go.
But anyways, sorry about that.
no, it's all good. It's all good. Weird. All right, well, we figured it out. So, we'll look at it later. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Who was I talking to? So let me see. We did Drin. We did Yarra. Yule is done for the day. Saadi and Iori. What are you two doing for the rest of the day?
Saadi is making the trek out to the shrine that was mentioned.
Okay.
Mhm.
You mean Iori?
Yeah,
And yep.
I believe Saadi is coming along.
Okay.
Yep.
Saadi, okay. So since we discussed that you're going to be handling that off, we'll handle that in DMs. So that's going to be it for the rest of the day. I would like somebody to roll a flat D20 to see if you get a random encounter for the day.
All right, there we go. 12.
12. That is low enough that nothing happens for the day.
Bless.
So yeah, that means it's a good day.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we all return to base.
Tea house.
The tea house, set up in our rooms. Yule and Yarra end up sharing a space.
Yes.
Because smalls are smalls.
Mhm.
All right. What does the party do that night? Like as you're getting ready to bed down.
Well, Yule definitely is discussing would like to discuss with Yarra about just her thoughts on what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, go ahead. Role play it up. Like we're assuming that I'm gonna say since you ordered your meals like later, the tavern will serve you dinner for the day instead of breakfast.
Mhm.
So the dinner menu. Let me see. Let's see. Other than sushi and sashimi, tempura, and seafood dishes, there's also sukiyaki, which is, I believe, a beef dish, if I remember right.
Sukiyaki. That sounds familiar.
Sukiyaki, Japanese dish prepared and served in nabemono style. Meat, which is slowly cooked or simmered at the table alongside vegetables and other ingredients. So it's cooked at the table.
So kind of like hot
There's
pot.
Yeah, it's basically a hot pot. There's also like steak dishes and as well as fish dishes like yakizakana, which is grilled fish, and ramen.
Yeah, you'll go for the sukiyaki.
Same.
They will offer you your choice, your first choice of either beer, sake, or juice for free along with your meal.
He's going with a juice.
Water.
All right, so after the orders are placed, you can discuss your day while I handle something off in DMs.
All right. You'll just smile. Well, I'm sorry that I kind of just took lead there and just dove us into this, but figured we're going to be doing it anyway. Might as well get it done.
Exactly.
I know I have other things I want to do in this city. Look for some new weaponry, but that could wait. I have a feeling that we're going to be dealing with some spirits tomorrow. It's going to be interesting.
Yes. Keep in mind the player does not remember what's going on because the player was getting food when everything was being discussed, so I don't know.
Yeah, do you, Blancy, do you want to catch us up then?
Oh, certainly. Again, with regards to the library.
Mm-hmm.
It's in town. It's underneath a house. It is supposedly haunted. He is looking for certain scrolls.
Did he tell you what scrolls?
No, he did not. I did not press the matter because I figured he'd be forthcoming with information tomorrow when we're actually there, so we can help him find things. Because he is coming with us. He is providing 2 potions of light for our 2 humans.
Okay.
He does. After he says 2 humans, he does air quotes.
Yeah.
Because more and more, he admits to her. More and more, it seems that at least one of them is not exactly as they say, but I'm not going to press the matter because she does not seem to wish to be forthcoming about it, and I respect that.
The same.
But
Sorry.
yeah, I believe we're going to be dealing with spirits, so...
Of all the hot times not to have mummy.
She dealt with spirits a lot?
In a fashion.
Binder or breaker?
Well, let's just put it under the category of, at one point she inhabited somebody else's body for a time.
Ah, that is interesting.
Gave her some insight into the spirit world.
The only insight into the spirit world is that I know that my hometown was pulled into the depths of the earth by spirits. That's something to have seen. But yes. Yule just blanks and starts just munching on his food, not knowing what to say.
Yeah, same.
It's like he wants to ask more about her, but at the same time feels rude about that.
And she's just quiet.
And so he finally gets a question in mind. So what was it like over where you lived? I mean, my hometown was just a little podunk village. It was of a mining town.
Well, my early childhood was spent with my birth parents, and it was quiet. We worked the land around House Thul's homestead.
At about this time, you both hear a fairly loud thump, thump, thump down the hallway and a knock, knock, knock on the door.
Yes, Drin.
Yule gets up and opens it.
Drin is standing there frowning.
You can see that Yule already has a spot up against the wall where his stuff is all set up as bedding.
And there's a mountain of pillows between.
Yeah, there's no way that they are purposely not next to each other for
Is
sleep.
everything okay in here, young one?
Yes.
I'm just down the hall if you need anything. Good night.
Night.
As well, Master Dwarf. You'll just blinks. It's I see.
My parents were servants of Lady Thul and her wife. And when my parents passed, story which I do not know myself, they took me in.
I see.
And they hired him to come with me.
I've heard the name Brom before. That as the name of a smith. That name is familiar.
Yes,
He said his name was Brom's son, so I'm assuming
his son.
his son. Yeah, no. World famous smith.
Yep.
He has a lot to live up to. I can see why he's grouchy.
Oh, that's just him on a good day.
Oh. Is there something Yule just taps his head? He acted interestingly on different days.
Yeah.
I won't press further, but something to watch out for.
Yes.
Yule pulls out a map. Well, let me explain where I'm from then. I'm from Kaling. He scrolls out the map and points to a space in the northern area of Kaling. This is north of the Spirit Scar, close to the border of Ziha and Shengguan. A little town called Brittle Ridge used to be here. But the Spirit Scar...
Bib? Did
Go on.
Oh no! Blasty's net died.
Oh no.
Just as I was monologuing!
Alright, try again.
Okay, so how much did you...
He got to Brittle
So
Ridge.
Brittle Ridge, yeah. It was just a simple mining town that, again, got swallowed by the Spirit Scar. A cursed bit of land that seems to have devoured everything in its path. It just spreads north along that ridge. Keeps on opening up and just deep down into the earth.
And no one's found a way to stop it.
No one knows what's really causing it. Just there's a temple at the origin point of it that was first devoured, and it spread out north and south ever since. And the government there is not going to do anything about it. They're more concerned about themselves. Especially my people, who were from the far north. As you can see, I'm an ice goblin.
Yes.
My family is not native to this land. We came in from all the way. He taps the top of the map, past the ridges of Hungol, and we came south from the frozen north. Some of my people spread out across the land. I don't know how many of them survive, but there we go. We ended up here.
Yarra is just quiet, taking this in.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. I usually put it behind me and just focus on my work as a mercenary and a guide.
So who hired you to help us?
Yule blinks. Because he actually does not remember who hired him. But
You actually...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you actually weren't hired. You traveled here because, as the next neighboring, heavily settled area, you hope to find information on what caused the Spirit Scar.
Then he blinks again. Right. I actually wasn't hired to help you. I sort of... Well, you had said something about needing a guide, and I just stepped into the role. Bluffed my way past Drin, saying, yes, I was hired to help you.
Huh.
I'm sorry for lying.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not my mother. And I'm not Drin. Best he never finds out.
I won't mention it. You'll just chuckles. This is like, it's been a while since I've talked about that. Been going from place to place, trying to find out more about the Spirit Scar, but so far, not much luck.
Perhaps the library will hold an answer.
That's what I'm hoping. That's kind of why I jumped at the chance. That being said,
The hell?
it's strange enough for me. Just sorry, my brain jumps to things. Just thinking about the gods of this land. It was with Susumo's blessing back at the fort. I never actually expected the incantations I learned as a child to actually do something. So that's why I spent the rest of the day at the temple.
Yeah, understandable.
And of course I can't pray out in the open because
Your god is banned in this region.
yep. So I do the next best thing and pray through action.
I do not know if I would be able to worship my god in your lands, so I worship in my own ways myself.
Hmm. By this time, they're probably done with their meal and probably set that stuff aside.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at that point, the party reconvenes. They had their dinner. They're resting up. Anything else that you wish to do, or does the party call it a night?
So Iori plans on indulging in the nightlife a little.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
But is not really sure if anyone else is interested, or is irresponsible enough to go out before the night of the night of a job.
I mean, Yule is not. He's not going anywhere.
So is anybody going with Iori to enjoy the nightlife?
Suppose that Saadi will.
Hell
Although
yeah.
she'll be insistent that they return, that they be responsible, that they return relatively early so that they can rest.
Fine. That's me saying that out of character.
Okay.
It's not particularly bothered, but she is at least mostly going out to information gather.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, in that case, Saadi will just accompany her.
Yeah. And
Okay, so-
she'll be pretty upfront, just that she wants to go out. She has been collecting coin that she plans on giving to anybody who is seeking it, like panhandling or destitute, and then is going to probably check out some of the local places to see if she can hear any gossip.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, go ahead and give me a flat d20 check to see how. Are you participating in any gambling games, or is it just like enjoying a drink here and there and listening around?
She will probably go gamble.
Okay. So go ahead and give me either a thievery check if you're going to cheat, thievery or deception if you're going to cheat, or perception if you are playing it legit. Basically, like knowing when to fold them. Because I know nobody has games lore.
I
Have
am.
those, we do have those loaded dice.
Did you
sold them
sell
yet.
them? Oh, you haven't sold them yet?
Oh wait, no, I have. I
Okay.
have. We don't have loaded dice. I'm sorry.
That's
Iori
all
is
good.
not looking to cheat. She's not even particularly interested in winning, but partaking keeps suspicion off of her.
Okay.
Social activity.
All right. So in that case, I'll say spend 1 silver and give me a either a diplomacy or relevant lore check. Saadi, I'm assuming you're assisting, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you can give me
Obviously,
either
diplomacy.
society, diplomacy, or I don't think you have a relevant lore check, so one of those two to help.
Does Chuye lore not count?
Oh, junior lore absolutely counts.
Unfortunately, diplomacy is higher, so.
Well, keep in mind diplomacy would your lores are always like lower difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Well-
In that case, I'll.
Well, you can keep that because that's a success. And that will be a roll of 20 because of the help, which will be enough. You do find some rumors. You can ask me a question and I will answer it. Since it has to be a common rumor, because I think you're only trained in Chuye lore, right? You're not an expert?
Correct.
Okay, so you can ask about any topic except the Seven Rings, because that's a hidden organization.
She's just going to ask if any notable peoples have announced that they're going to be at the festival.
As a matter of fact, yes. You get 3 names. The mayor of Water Music Village was supposed to be present, but apparently, strangely, hasn't arrived yet. Mayor Ong Byong, although we all know what happened there. Tamami, of course, was going to make a appearance during the games to like officiate or watch. There, and I'm going to type this out so that you can see it. There was also the guide, basically a priest from a nearby village has arrived, and Captain Longoria, the ship captain that guided everyone here, was going to be present. So let me type that in for you.
Wait, did you actually name a character after Ava Longoria?
Yeah, that's my fault.
Okay.
Yeah,
That-
I had asked for a name, and that's the one that I was given.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, type those names in, and of course, the guide. Oh yeah, we met the guide.
You did.
It's a bit embarrassing, but I actually don't remember the guy.
That was the priestess at the temple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I remember.
The priestess that said, "Look, we're tending to wounded bandits, but because we are dedicated to medicine, you are not allowed to kill them."
And we allowed when we said
Fair is
certainly
fair.
we understand.
So those are the notable names that were mentioned. So the day passes. Everybody restore your health. Everybody gain 1 hero point. And go ahead and decide what alchemy you're doing with your imbued reagents.
And Sonia's going to do her normal thing, just adding some elemental bullets.
Okay, lightning, right?
Lightning.
Okay.
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Ha! Sorry.
All right. No, that's all good. So I believe at this point, let's see. So you meet up that morning. After you gather up your weapons, so you can go ahead and gather up your weapons. You meet up at the Bean Drinks Tea House, and Vibrard is there bright and early. and he hands out 2 oils of light, explaining that you can spread them onto a person or object, and it will glow like a torch, and it will last all day. So you can wash it off, but as long as it's not been washed off, it will glow. And he also offers a potion of escape. I forget what it's called. Potion of emergency escape. And he hands that over to the party, and he says, "Very well, so if you're all ready, then follow me. Thankfully, there's a lot of preparation for the upcoming festival, so it's very likely we'll be able to get in without any trouble." And by the way, Drin, this is for you. It is now Monday, the 11th of Shaldo. There. So, are we ready to continue?
Yep.
Ready?
You'll make sure Saadi has one of those light potions, and Iori the other.
Saadi is going to. She's actually going to apply it to one of her dueling pistols. She's essentially going to hold the second pistol like it's a torch.
That is actually kind of smart.
Okay, so I will have you cast Creating Light. Let me see. You're going to emit 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of low light.
They should be up. Then I don't know. I may have accidentally lost them. Sorry, Dad. Sorry. He was asking me a question.
Okay, no problem. Does everybody see?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
I can see.
After the potions are offered, Verbrard takes you to a house, and after scanning around to make sure that no one is watching, you find that the house is partially burnt with a cracked door and a smashed pillar on the outside. Verbrard explains that, based on my research, I find that during the war, this was a place that was used for magical research of sorts. I don't know the full details because no one was willing to talk about it, and I dared not pursue too far in. But, and he walks you inside, opens a floor panel, and you see a hidden staircase. But come, follow me. He guides you down the stairs, and as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you are hit by the smell of old, musty books. Looking around, you see that most of the surfaces have dust on them, except for gnomish-sized trails leading from the stairs to a thigh-high hole in the south wall, and a bookshelf on the east side of the room. The bookshelf, you see, is in front of a door. You also see a stone slab that is nearby with runes etched on it that appear to be in Goblin, and you also see that the runes are colored with blue paint, and you also see that there's a small pile of books next to you as you step down. So, I'm going to ask everybody, what are you doing? And by the way, I know that we have 2 people in the party that can speak Goblin, so I will whisper you what it says.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Yule first action is to go over to that and just begin examining it.
Oh, they did not.
You haven't sent anything to us yet.
Nope.
Oh. Oh well. That's what it says in Goblin. It looks like the whisper didn't go through. Alright, so what do you do?
Yule reads it off. 5 siblings, if memory serves, studied the ways of acupuncture. From first to last, they went their separate ways. To solve the problem they deemed most worrisome, hunger, sickness, broken heart, brutal armor, illiteracy, their wisdom shelved all else floored.
Okay.
Yule looks to the pile of books, looks to the shelf.
Well, real quick before we get to the book pile, I'm gonna, since you two are reading that, I'm gonna see what everyone else was doing first. So, what are you guys doing? I'm gonna start with Drin since I saw you walk away first. What are you doing, Drin?
Inspecting these bookshelves and everything to see if I can move them out of the way easily.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I perceive
Okay.
that they're bookshelves.
You test the bookshelf, and you find that the bookshelf doesn't look very sturdy or heavy, but when you try moving it, it seems almost stuck fast to the floor, and you almost feel like a pulse of electric magic surrounding it. So you assume that it's been magically fastened to the door in front, to the floor in front of the door.
All right.
And you also suspect that the shelves may be trapped. Meanwhile, what are Saadi and Iori doing?
I actually don't know. Are any of the books readable to Saadi?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, there are 7 books in total, and I will give you their titles in just a moment. Meanwhile, what are you doing, Iori?
Sometimes you just need to be on watch. She is percepting. Just keeping eyes open to see if anything anybody does causes anything else to move.
Smart move.
Okay. Looking around, you can give me a perception check.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You catch a really musty smell like old blood or skin, but it's very faint, as if it's wafting in from elsewhere. But beyond that, this room doesn't appear to have any major issues.
I realize in hindsight I could have just said I was checking for traps or hidden doors.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, I'll give you that as well. You do see, looking around, you do spot like that the bookshelf that Drin is examining appears to be trapped, and because of your expertise, you actually detect that it is an electric latch trap. Basically, if it is picked, if it is triggered, it'll shock whoever is messing around with the shelf.
She'll butt in enough after examining the bookcase to say that whoever put this down here really does not want it to be moved.
That means we must move it.
Well, it seems that, according to
Right, and those are the names of the books, by the way.
All right. So it does seem that that I'm assuming because it's 5 brothers or 5 siblings, if memory serves, and it lists off five things they cured. I assume those are books. Those correlate to books because it ends with wisdom's is shelved, else is floored. So let's see here.
Hunger, sickness, broken heart, brittle armor, and illiteracy. So our best bet would be put the books back on the shelf in the proper order, which would be the 7 ways to cook pheasant, tending the sand pest plague.
Quickly, while Yarra is figuring that out, Saadi's just like furiously flipping through the dwarven smithing book. She knows that it's part of a puzzle, but she actually wants to read the book.
Let's see, Broken Heart. I think that one is the On Relationships and Mending.
Mm-hmm.
Brittle Armor is probably the Dwarven book.
Yep. And the last one, Caden Kalen, teaches the alphabet.
I was gonna guess the Big Ugly Slimes, but yeah, no, that works too.
Well, it's illiteracy.
That's true. I was thinking Big Ugly Slimes as a children's book. But yes, you're most likely right.
So while you were figuring that out, Iori, what were you and Drin doing? Because you're since you were looking for traps, you're probably paying attention to the bookshelf at this point.
Well, Drin, having touched it and felt a little bit of an electrical aura or magical aura around it, quickly took his hands back, grimaced, and said, "It's always magic with these people."
Is it a magical trap or is it a mechanical trap?
It's a mechanical trap that enacts a magical effect.
Ah, like a magical circuit.
Exactly.
Also, I got aggroed by a kitty. He's now on the desk.
It's a kitty trap.
So Yule starts stacking the books in the proper order to shelve them. But we patiently wait for Saadi to hand over hers.
She relinquishes it as soon as the other books are in place.
So we put that one in.
What was the name of that one?
Dwarven Smithing. If we can grab it back, we'll grab it as soon as the trap has sprung.
I hope my dad didn't write it.
That would be.
Wait. Society check.
Yule stops, hands it to Saadi, back to Saadi. Who does it say it was written by?
I haven't checked. And Saadi just flips it over, looks for the author.
Orgor Ironbeard.
Okay.
Orgor Ironbeard. Never heard of him.
Well, that's not a Brahm. So
You're fine, Drin.
Probably safe to handle then.
all right, he finally puts the two books. He puts the last two books in place in that order that we've discussed.
Yep.
Okay, and once you do that, you hear a click and a bzz, and the electrical aura that Iori had noticed dies down, and the door is opened. The shelf can be moved out of the way, and it slides out of the way, rather, revealing a small, narrow passageway on the outside.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright. Yule hops onto rhyme as he notices it's a tight space, so might as well minimize the amount of people.
I suppose the heavy hitters first?
How about I just toss you down the hallway?
There's a bend. I don't think she'd go that far.
She bounces.
I can't bounce an arrow. I don't think we can bounce a halfling.
Saadi happily volunteers to stay in the back.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So, little party, go ahead and move yourself into the hallway if you wish.
Yep.
Past the door is a narrow hallway that turns shortly after to the right. It then, after a very short walk, opens up to a wide area that looks like a series of writing desks with drawers attached. One of the drawers is slightly ajar, and you can see the sparkle of coins within. At the end of the hall, those with dark vision, or actually with light because of the light spell, can see a lone zombie staring at a spot in the wall. It doesn't seem to have quite noticed you yet. What do you do?
I'm still covered by the fog of war.
You should. Here. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, where's the zombie?
Over
Over
here.
here.
Charge. I'm running right at it.
Oh
All
god.
right. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative then.
Yarra's probably not far behind.
Well, roll initiative first before you actually charge. You can roll
Stealth.
you can roll stealth instead of perception.
Wow, Jesus.
Oh, could I re-roll then?
Sure.
I'll take that.
Iori is literally like lightning fast.
You can say
Holy
she's...
shit. Jesus.
Okay, let me just set this up. So first, you
Actually, I ran it under perception. Can I re-roll it under stealth?
you may. Mm-hmm.
Except stealth isn't listed on my...
It's a drop
You have
down.
to do it's a drop down.
So right next to perceive and initiative, there should be a little drop down that says perception.
There is, but stealth isn't listed on it.
It should be right under.
It should be the...
Oh, right under perception. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, because it's such a common one. It's people. Yeah.
Let me roll the right thing.
There you go. 26. Brilliant.
Okay,
Yes.
so is everybody rolled?
Yes.
Yep.
Ignore that second one.
So yeah, you just need to switch up Brahms from 18 to 26.
Yep. He accidentally pushed the button one too many times.
Yeah,
It's okay. All right.
I'm in the habit of triple clicking for work.
Yeah.
No, it's
Fair enough.
all good. Okay, so since we're all settled, so it looks like that first is Iori.
She is gonna wiggle her way.
Actually, I started charging before we started the initiative rolls.
Well, yeah, but the way that the initiative works in Pathfinder 2nd, that just allowed you to roll a different skill check. You're still going before the zombies, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yori is going to reach into her pack, grab a one of the ball bearings that she has, and telekinetic projectile the ball bearing at the zombie.
Ooh, good call.
That's basically a magic missile at this rate.
Alright, let's see what you rolled. Let's see, that's a 24, that's definitely going to be a hit. And that is, let me check its armor class, because that might be a crit. It is a crit.
And I'm guessing since it hasn't acted, I do get sneak attack.
You do get sneak attack. So go ahead and roll that sneak attack.
Oh, I did. It's an additional 2 damage.
Okay, additional 2 damage, that's 12, 14 damage. As the ball bearing slams into the zombie's head for 14 points of damage, sending it staggering and it suddenly grunts. And you hear a chorus of other voices going.
Oh no.
Well, that's not great.
Is that it for you, or do you have any other actions?
No, that's it for me.
Alright, so now it is.
Because you moved, and then, yeah.
So now it is Drin's turn.
I'm charging right up to it. Where am I? Where is it?
Right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
I'm blacked out. I can't see anything.
You have to move your screen. Hold on here. Let me. There. Is that better?
No.
His screen for some reason does something weird.
The
whole right side of the screen is black.
Well, that's because there's a wall in front of you blocking it.
As far across as I go, it's all black. From right here.
It shouldn't be.
It is.
Well, we'll figure it out later. For now, I'll move you right in front of the creature, and so you're right in front of the zombie. You can make a swing if you wish.
Oh, that isn't very good.
Would you like to reroll that?
Yes.
Go for it.
That's better.
All right, that one will definitely hit for. It's not quite a crit, but you do slam your warhammer into the zombie, and immediately the zombie crumples into dust beneath your fierce attack. And from your vantage point, you do see that there is a room to the southish of you, where 3 more zombies have taken notice. I believe you have 1 other action remaining.
I'll head that direction.
Okay.
You'll have to put me 20 feet in.
All right. So you
Because
wanted to go
I can't
towards
see.
the zombies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So here, I'll move you. I'll move you. Stop.
All right.
Stop moving, Drin. Okay.
I'm working on it,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So there we go. And I'm gonna see if it. Hopefully that will show you on your screen.
No,
I don't know.
all black.
Well, we'll do the best we can. Then we'll try to figure it out for next time.
Well,
All right, but that's it. Yeah, I'll guide you. You just I'll describe you when it's your turn again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Saadi, you're up.
Saadi just moves up. She doesn't really know what's happening. She just hears a lot of shouting and banging. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, wait. Are diagonal moves still 5 feet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just saved 5 feet off of that. So 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see. And then she still can't see anything, so she's just going to move up forward. 5, 10, 15. And she'll just take up this position in the back of the room. 20, 25. Alright. So she is going to take a shot at the zombie that smells like a turnip.
Yeah, if you hover
Go
over
for
them, you can actually see they have like little text.
I gave each of them different descriptions.
Okay.
After my turn, I will go take a look at what's going on with Grumpy's computer.
It's lit now.
Oh.
Whatever somebody did, the room's lit.
Wonder if his lighting settings are off then.
You know what? I'm going to check something.
Yeah, because if he can see now, that means he's seeing what is being produced by.
Saadi.
Someone else.
Okay, I see what's wrong. The token wasn't set for night vision, so I need to fix that on your main token. But I fixed it for you.
I see now.
Huzzah!
Okay. There we go. We solved the issue.
Ooh, that's a nice shot.
Alright, so that is definitely going to be a crit, which is going to be 11 damage, and 1 shot, 1 kill, that's going to be an additional 4 damage?
Yep.
Okay, and let me check the zombies. Are they weak to piercing? Okay, they are not. So that
by the
is...
way, wait.
Yeah.
Because it has the concussive property, it can, the damage is either piercing or bludgeoning, whichever it's weakest to.
Okay, it's actually not weak to either pierce or bludgeoning.
Gotcha.
But that's going to be 15 damage as the bullet slams into his side for 15 points of damage, nearly making the zombie, the turnip zombie, buckle underneath its the ferocious blow.
Nice. And that's Saadi's turn.
Okay, so I believe that is going to be Yarra's turn.
Yep. And my first move, I'm going to come here. Second action, I'm going to whack the zombie.
Go for it.
Splat.
E.
Excuse me.
Alright, an 18 will hit, and the Great Axe cleaves the zombie in twain, and you find that the damage seems to be hitting a lot harder than you suspect it does. It seems to be zombies may be weak to slashing damage.
Okay. And then that was 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do some math. Yes, laugh it up, Chuckles.
Get your toes out.
I'm actually going to end my turn and just prepare for the whatever might
Counter.
come up. Yeah, whatever might be coming up behind.
Okay. So, then that will be that turn. And now, let me see, what is their movement? 30 feet? Okay. So, boop, boop, boop. Alright. You hear skittering as you see a hand crawling across the floor and move next to the halfling and the dwarf. And it will attempt to claw at the halfling. So it's going to attempt. I think a 24 is definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so you take 5 slashing damage, and basically you get grabbed in the throat as it jumps up and starts squeezing your throat.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to do basic mathematics. I love math. And it was 5.
How close
Yeah,
is? How close together are we?
Spitting distance.
Well, yeah, right now it's on top of Yarra because it's grabbed her throat.
I think I have a skill that will assist on that.
You probably do. But that's it for it, so Yule, you're up.
Alright. Do you want to take a moment to figure out if he has that skill? Let's see. Boom. Okay. Well, first thing I'm going to order my wolf. We're moving here. Let me just double check something here. Okay, it's that changed it. Okay.
Oh, what's wrong?
It used to be that hunt prey used to be a type versus a specific target. Anyway, no. Yule takes aim and shoots at the hand.
Oh, actually, you're right. We'll handle. Before you do that, Drin, would you like to use your reaction for that?
Yes.
Okay. So you use your reaction to use your Redeemer ability for the Liberating Step, and it immediately flies off of your throat as it is thrown off of you because of the spell.
Right.
Also, because it was a reaction, you also take. Let me see your level. You take 4 less damage, so you only take 1 damage from the attack.
Oh, so
you gain 4 back.
Yep.
So
Begone, foul creature.
33.
The hand shows a finger at you.
Well, anyway,
Yarra
you then
flips it off
find.
with both hands.
I think that finger is no more. Oh.
So, that is actually going to hit it heavily, but it's barely standing as the short bow slams into it for a critical hit.
That sucks. My crit is the same as my rolled damage.
You know what? No, you know what? I'm gonna say roll 2d6
All right.
because come on, a crit should be better. You know.
Oh yeah. 9. That's better.
In that case, it is dead.
Yeah.
As the arrow spears into it.
It's like, and then he takes aim again and shoots at the other zombie.
Go for it.
Oh!
What is up with you?
Holy
Jeez.
shit.
Alright. 21 damage as that zombie is just totally just speared and nuked. Dang. Do you have any other actions? Is that it?
That I can move. I'm going to adjust my positioning to here.
Okay.
Actually, no, a little bit further. So it's like, with that, being able to see that, I guess my wolf will yip a little, let me know that there is something around the corner.
Yep, and just in time, because now the zombie is going to run up to you, and it will move to Drin, and they're going to attack. You notice the zombies are moving rather sluggish, so it seems that they are not moving particularly well or fast. So they
They are
will
zombies.
Yeah, basically they're permanently slowed, so they only get 2 actions rather than 3. So here's the attack against Drin. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
All right. 22 hits, and you are grabbed by the zombie. Since you used your reaction, you can't use that reaction again this turn until your turn comes up.
Does
And
shield
here,
block work?
you didn't raise your shield
That's
yet.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just ran in.
Yeah.
And then you just bitch slap the hand off.
Yeah, so it's only 6 damage, and you're currently inside of the zombie's grasp. The other one is going to attempt to grab Yule.
That
13
failed.
will miss. And that's it for them.
I
Back
was
up at the top.
gonna say, is he trying to go for me or for my wolf?
No, I was going for you.
Yeah, that still misses then.
So, you back up at the top. You're up again.
Iori is going to take a few more steps in, kind of get a better view of what else going on here. Then gets another ball bearing and is going to telekinetic projectile the zombie that is missing a hand.
Go for it. Let's see if you hit.
That is a crit.
Oh my god!
What is going on?
The dice are feeling in our favor today.
Apparently.
Wait.
Okay, so that's going to be 18 damage. Because I don't think sneak attack is active right now.
No.
That ball bearing slammed into him for 18 points of damage, nearly making it buckle underneath a ball bearing ball. What's your next action?
That is all of my actions.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because spells are 2. Okay. Drin, you're up. You have a zombie that's grabbed you. You've been grabbed by the ghoulies.
I have to break free before I can attack, correct?
No, you can attack.
Oh, well, in that case.
That just means that it can bite you if you let it get its turn.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna survive that long.
That is a crit, and... dead. As you slam the warhammer into it, just making it crash and crumble beneath into a pile of dust. You have 2 actions remaining as it falls off of you. What do you do?
Looking for the next target.
There it is, right next to Yule.
I gotta get over there. And I have a second attack with the hammer as
Go
my
for it.
third action.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, do you want to reroll or save it?
Damage on
Yeah.
that missed attack.
I got 2, so yeah, I'll roll again.
Go for it.
That's a little better. Not
Yeah, it's
much.
still a miss, sadly, but
Yep.
that'll be it for you.
Better
Saadi,
than
you're
a critical miss.
Saadi is going to use her first action to reload her Jezzail, then fires it again at the zombie right next to Yule.
Go for it. That will hit for 8 points of damage, and as the bullet pierces the zombie's brain pan, the one that's missing a hand, that is currently over there on the front ground, it collapses into a heap on the ground. And with
Saadi-
that,
Oh.
go ahead.
Just reloads with her last action.
And with that, all is quiet once again.
Nice.
So, what does the party wish to do now?
Yarra's
Search
gonna.
and pillage.
Yeah. Yarra's also going to make sure there's no sneaky things.
Okay.
Yule is going to quickly zip back and call forth their man. Coast is clear for the moment. We got a large library area here.
And he takes one look at you and says, I'm sorry, but... I'm sorry, but did you think I was going in with you?
No.
I make potions. I will stand here and run up the stairs if anything comes after me. But I appreciate that.
All right, I didn't. We don't. You never actually told us what we were looking for.
That's true. I'm looking for scrolls detailing something called the Oku no Kiba, and I'm going to type that in the chat.
Oku no Kiba. All right, we will.
Known as the Fang of the Oak.
Fang of the Oak. All right, we will begin our search then.
Very well.
Oh, Saadi with
means anything.
Actually, it does because you know that as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's because of your lores, you know that as well. Basically, the Oku no Kiba is in legend was a sword, but you, because of your lore, know that if you know the smithing techniques, you can actually fashion them into any weapon that that has that property.
Bless you, Mom.
Thanks. I believe the party said that you're going to be searching the room to make sure there's nothing else to worry about, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so you spend 10 minutes searching. Anybody that wants to mend their wounds can do so as well. When you search, you find the following items in the desk drawers.
I love my mom.
Your mom's awesome.
Poor thing.
Okay, you find scattered about 100 silver coins and a runestone, a merciful runestone.
What does that do?
Basically, it allows any weapon inscribed with it to do non-lethal damage.
I want
So
it
that
for the
you
frying
can
pan.
Why would we want it to be merciful?
Wait, hold on. Can you not just like knock people out with a frying pan?
Basically, if it doesn't have the non-lethal trait, you have to take a -2 to attack to make it non-lethal.
Gotcha.
This makes it that it's always non-lethal, which means it can never deal lethal damage on its own.
Interesting.
Very
So
interesting.
that's something you can put on something and then give that person that to a weapon that somebody you don't really trust.
I mean, if
Give
you
it
want to
to
be a dick.
Give it to somebody you don't like as a practical joke for their next fight. That's me.
I mean,
It's not
Anyway.
like it decreases the effectiveness.
But in addition, besides that, you also find that over here, I'm just going to zip everybody's attention to it, is a wall, a hole in a wall. And remember that hole that you saw in that earlier room?
yeah.
It's very likely that that hole led there.
Saadi's
Interesting.
just like trying really hard to tiptoe around the dead bodies.
They turn to dust.
Oh, they
They're
did?
just dust piles on the ground.
Sorry, I missed that.
Most of them. Some of them are actually bodies that are left. It's just that some of you hit them really hard.
But there's no chance for these things to get back up at this rate, correct?
No, they're dead.
All right. Yule begins to look around at the books themselves to see if he can find anything in this room, specifically relating to the book what they're searching for.
Yarra's gonna stand right here, just so you guys know. Just to keep watch.
Okay. Looking around, you spend 10 minutes searching, and you don't find anything relating to your interest in this area.
All right.
Saadi is actually going to be looking for books on, healing magic of sorts.
Okay.
Or stuff about the heavens.
Actually,
mhm.
I was gonna say I was looking for both. Just to clarify, I was looking for both the Oku no Kiba and the Spirit Ridge.
Yeah, and you don't find either.
Okay, cool.
Not here.
Just double checking.
Yeah, most of the books you do find appear to be like basically like log books and like accounting books and that sort of thing. Like various like basically just accounting books and ledgers. really
Okay.
dry accounting, math, inventory things. Now, since you're going around into room 4, as you go into that large room that that Yarra was looking into and that Iori is currently in, the floor of this room is covered with slippery-looking liquids that seem to sweat off of mushrooms growing from the floor. Basically, all the white spots count as slippery terrain. An acrobatics check can allow you to walk across it without issue. Everyone else has to treat it as difficult terrain.
Cool.
Yule just says, mushrooms. It's always
they edible?
mushrooms.
In addition, in addition, to the north, you see that there's a door at the far end of the room. To the west, you see a door, an open door that leads to a circular room with bones lying around. And on the floor inside of the circular room, you can barely see a leather pack, like a backpack, and the blanket lying in that western room. So what does the party do?
Yule, he heads for that circular room.
Okay, you can move yourself. I'm going to ask everybody to tell me where you're going first. So you're heading to the circular room?
Correct.
I'm
Okay,
going over
there's
to Yarra.
Saadi's just staying to the rear of the party. Whoever might be in the rear, she will be behind them.
Okay. So Yarra, are you staying there in the corner?
Actually, I'm gonna advance into the room slowly.
Okay. Nothing happens as you enter the room slowly. Iori?
She's going to investigate the north side of the room.
Okay. You can go ahead and start moving yourself. And you can give me an acrobatics check to see if you can handle the floor without issue.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So the floor is not going to bother you. You can easily dance across it if you wish. Alright, and going to start with Yule. Yule, as you step into the room, you find the center of the room appears to be like kindling, like a fire pit, with like old, dried, useless tinder and kindling in the inside of it. You also see the pack I mentioned earlier that is currently lying on the floor, and various other things thereabouts.
I will investigate that pack then.
Okay. Is anybody going in with while you're investigating to help?
Nope.
Yeah, Saadi's still staying in the rear.
Okay. So while you're searching, I will ask Iori, since you went up towards that north door, what do you do?
Is the door unlocked?
The door is indeed unlocked.
She is going to check the door for traps.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I perceive.
You spend a minute examining the door, and it is indeed not trapped. However, first starting with you, Blasty, while Yule was checking that floor, you find the following items. So, where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for my list. One moment.
Take your time.
Ah, there it is. Okay. So, inside of the room, you find, besides the blanket and bedroll, various bones and things of the sort. But you also find 10 silver coins and Infiltrator's Thieves' Tools kit.
Sweet, an upgrade.
But as soon as you do that, and this is at the same time as the examining of the northern door hitches, all of a sudden the door slams shut and locks from from some magical effect with a big loud thum.
Yarra is going to just look at the door. What did you pick up?
And as you watch, you see that the piles of bones in the room
Oh dear.
come to life.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So I'm going to ask everybody roll initiative again. Actually, do we want? Let's take a small break before we do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And this time it's set on perception rather than stealth.
Yes.
Okay. I'll-
Anybody that was in the main room, basically not Yule, can roll stealth because you weren't like stuck in a room.
I'll be right back.
I'll be back too.
I did not mean to click that yet.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody gain a hero point.
Hell yeah.
I haven't used any, so I have 4 now.
Well, no, you can only have 3.
No, I have 3 now.
Use your hero points.
I mean, I
silly goose.
I haven't had a
Haven't
chance to
used
use it. Well, technically, I just used it to reroll my initiative, but.
You have to roll badly to use a hero point. If you don't roll badly, you don't need to use it.
Oh, that's true. You did crit twice, so you know what? Never mind.
So we're all good. We all gained a hero point. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Helps if my headset's on.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's back?
Yep.
All right. So, if
Wait,
that's the case...
let's double check. Is Iori here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yay.
All right, so everybody's here. So, top of the round, from the other side of the door, Iori, you hear a voice saying, "Fools! I knew that someone would come eventually! For the glory of the lady! Finish them!" And you hear a big loud rumbling from the other side of the door, and they will end their turn.
The lady.
Yule, you're up.
Good luck, Yule.
Yule uses his first action to swap to his shovel because he was using his bow, and then he just smacks the guy right next to him.
Go for it.
Does a 16 hit?
16 will indeed hit.
All right, and he smacks him again.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, let me see. They are going... How much damage did you do?
6.
First shot.
I did 6 damage with that first strike, and that crumbles the skeleton to dust. So, what's your next action going to be?
I smacked him once already, so...
And
then I smacked him again. No, because I used both. I used my first action to swap weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was originally using a bow.
Mm-hmm.
So I draw.
You drew attack, and you have 1 action remaining.
Yep, because that one's already dead.
Oh. Then I command my wolf to move and bite.
All right, go for it.
All right. Ooh, I'm re-rolling that.
Go for it.
25.
Hey.
25, and the wolf bites into the skeleton, but the skeleton doesn't seem to notice the effect. It seems to resist piercing damage.
Hmm.
So that's it. Yarra, you're up.
I'm gonna beat the door down.
Go for it. So you move over, and let's see. That's going to be your great axe. It's actually weak 5, so that's 12, 7. So the door is starting to buckle under the strain of your attacks, but it is still up.
I still have 1 attack left.
Yep, go for it.
Oops, that should have been the number 2. Sorry.
I mean, it's an inanimate object. We're just rolling see if you crit. Okay, so that's going to be 16 damage, 11. The door is damaged now. It is half broken, so it's almost busted wide open, but it is still standing strong, barely.
Yarra's gonna look at Drin and be like,
Hammer
Get
time?
No, get to Iori.
Which
Alright.
one's Iori?
Top of the map.
Up here.
Alright, and that's it for you. Iori, you're up.
So is the door above me locked or unlocked?
It is unlocked.
I'm gonna open the door.
Go ahead. It's a free action. That's what you see.
What am I looking at?
You are looking at a big skeleton, big zombie that is about to barrel through. An armored skeleton that is seated behind the desk, and a less armored skeleton that is also drawing a weapon and moving towards the door.
Oh my.
Can you shut and barricade the door?
Which one appeared to have been talking? Am I able to tell at all?
You know what? Because of your expertise and perception, you can tell it was this one. I didn't mean to move him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She's going to telekinetic project out the one that was talking.
Go for it.
Do you have direct line of sight?
Yeah.
Would you like to reroll that?
Yeah, I'll reroll it, sure.
Go for it.
So there-
24 is going to hit. And let me see. It is not resistant to bludgeon damage because it's bludgeon, right?
Yeah, it matters what object I am using, but I would consider a ball-bearing bludgeoning.
Oh, it's for sure bludgeoning. So that's going to be 6 damage as it gets slammed in the face with the ball bearing.
Do I get sneak attack because it hasn't acted yet?
It actually has acted. It just chose to make orders rather than do anything else.
Oh, that's fair.
But it wasn't expecting it, so I will count sneak attack.
Let's go!
So that's going to be an additional 6 damage from the sneak attack as it is just fuming mad and just staring at you with its glowing silver eyes. And it slams down its shield ready to get into melee with you as soon as it can reach you. What will you do? You have 1 action remaining.
Close the door.
Cheeky, I love it.
Oh, that's a free action, so do you want to move as well?
Now, hold on. Can this door lock?
I'm gonna say from your end, not really, but you can attempt to jam it with your thieves' tools.
I am going to attempt to sabotage it.
Go for it. Give me a thievery check.
I'm going to use a hero point on that one.
Remember, you did gain an extra one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Much better.
16
There
is
we
what
go.
you needed. It is sabotaged, and they're going to have to break it down. All right, that's it for you. Saadi, you're up.
Alright. Does the door to her over here, does this one have any hinges that it's like that needs?
Sure, yes.
Door's
Alright.
almost broken down.
Yeah. But I don't know if using a gun will help break it down.
It
So
may.
she,
You can attempt it.
it might.
It's
Would it
worth
be
a
hard
shot.
for her? Would it be hard for her to hit the locks or not the lock the
Hinges.
hinges?
hinges?
Yeah.
It armor class effectively 14.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna try and shoot out the hinges.
Go for it. All right,
Alright.
and that is bludgeoning damage 8. 13. That's going to be enough as the door gets blasted open. As it falls in on
Nice.
itself as you blast open the hinges.
All right. Let's see. Saadi will have to approach. 5, 10, 15, 20. And she.
Remember, your shot has a long range to begin with.
Gotta have line
Yeah.
of sight, though.
Yeah,
As
Saadi
far as
can't
I'm
see
concerned,
things.
Saadi can use Yara's head as a gun
Prop.
rest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, she can't. She either got to reload or use a pistol. So
You do a
Saadi's
quick draw.
going. Yeah, that is exactly what she's going to do.
Alright, make your roll.
She is going to withdraw her pistol. Oh, or sorry, I forgot to specify. She's going to attack the one that's like at this end of the other room.
Okay. 21 will hit, so what's the damage on your dueling pistol?
It's weird that it doesn't have that.
Sometimes it does that weirdly.
Can I just like roll it again?
Just
Oh,
roll
wait.
the dice needed.
Oh, I know what happened because you rolled the number 2. It's weird.
Wow. Okay.
Sadly, it is going to resist that damage as the bullet ricochets off of it for no effect.
Jeez. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's her turn.
All right. So from the other side, you hear something large attempt to bash down the door as the brute is going to attempt to beat it down. So.
Oh wait, we skipped Brom.
Drin.
Yeah.
I mean Drin.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Drin's
Did you
not
not-
one.
Oh, what? Okay. What were you?
He was a 16.
Okay. Where's your character so I can add your token?
He's up here.
Where? Okay.
Right there.
Here, let me add. And you were 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and have you take your turn then.
I'm gonna go up to the door and nudge this person out of the way, ready my shield and my hammer.
All right. So you're okay with being pushed out of the way, Iori?
Yeah, go for it.
Where do you want to go? South? South at?
Yeah, that's fine. Where you move me.
Okay. Cool. And you ready your shield and you ready your weapon. So there we go. Now the brute is going to attempt to break down the door.
Which direction does the door swing?
It swings in,
Okay.
but it's been sabotaged, and it's a big dumb zombie. So it smashes the door, and the door is nearly broken off of its hinges in one fierce blow. And that's it for that. And now it's time for the skeletons. The skeleton inside the room is going to move there, and that's it for that. The other two are going to move to flank, and then they're going to swing. So we have the one skeleton that didn't move is going to make an intimidation check against you.
That fails.
Yeah, that totally fails. So then they're going to use the rest of their action to attempt to claw at you. So
That,
a 19 hits.
but a 10 misses.
All right, and here's their second attack. So you only get splashed for 3 damage.
Yep.
All right,
Nice.
and that's it for them.
All right.
All right, the one that was hit in the face by Iori's rock is going to raise its shield and end its turn because it has to wait until the door's open. Yule, you're up.
All right, Yule. The one that is right in front of him that actually hit him. He goes for the shovel snap.
Go for it.
19 hits.
19 hits, and that is going to shatter the skeleton to dust.
And he turns around, smacks the other one.
That was a miss.
All right, and then I'm going to try for the third shot. That one misses completely.
Oh, dang. All right.
That's a miss, but not a failure of a miss.
Yep, Yarra, you're up.
Yarra, sorry. Yarra takes one step inside, closes her eyes, and when she opens them, they are pale blue as she rages.
Uh-oh.
Ooh la
Oh
la.
my.
And she is going to bring her great axe down on that one.
Go for it.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Nice.
so that's going to be 8 damage as... Oh, actually, no, that's a crit, so that's going to be 10 damage total. And with Spirit Instinct, additional damage from 2 to 3 to avoid... You're going to make this vitality damage, aren't you?
Yup.
All right, all of a sudden this thing gets nuclear fried as, like, your axe radiates with, like, vitality energy and just sears the unholy void out of it, making it burn to a crisp right in front of you.
That thing, and Yule looks over at her. That's hot.
Is that all that you do?
That's all I can do.
All right, Iori, you're up.
He's gonna take a 5-foot step back and Can I hold action until the door opens?
Yes, you can.
Okay, when the door opens, I am going to telekinetic projectile the first person I see.
Okay. Saadi, you're up.
Alright. First thing, Saadi switches to her Giselle and reloads it.
Mm-hmm.
She's also going to step back out. 15, 20.
I was gonna say,
And
When-
I
when-
believe that's all she can do right now.
Okay.
did you want to
Uh,
first reload your pistol?
Well,
Oh yeah, no wait, you had to
yeah.
switch to Giselle, so that's an action. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Drin, you're up.
I'm going to hold until the door breaks down.
Okay. So the brute is going to take its first action to attempt to slam the door, and totally just destroys the door. It is now open, and go ahead and take your actions. We're going to start with Iori.
XCOM like Overwatch activated slow-mo.
Go for it.
And much like when you Overwatch an XCOM, I miss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it bounces off of its massive, like, meaty flesh. Drin,
Hammer.
go for it.
That though,
That is going to be a crit for 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Second action.
That is also going to hit for 10 points of damage.
Third action. Probably not.
That will miss narrowly. But you see that the creature is taking big beating from your attacks, and now it's going to take the rest of its turn, and it will attempt to strike at you. Does a 23 hit you?
Not if I can shield block it.
Also, doesn't this count as a multi-attack?
You are correct, so let me reroll that. Okay, so it misses. Alright, so that's going to be that. And now the guard. The guard is going to... Let me look at what he has. The skeletal guard is going to raise up a short bow, and attempt to shoot at Drin from behind the creature. So 13 misses.
He hit the creature.
Nice try. Let's see. He still got his shield raised. He has to wait, so he'll wait his turn. Yule, you're up.
let's see. Can I pick up Yarra and help and bring and drag and sort of give her a lift with me as I move forward?
If Yar's okay with it, sure.
I am
You'll
totally
just
okay
use an
with
action
this.
grab.
You
Alright, you use an action grab.
Yep, action to grab, and then tell my wolf to move. So we move. Let me go here. 1.
By the way, don't forget to roll for your wolf to see if they can like navigate. If you're walking across the slime.
Okay, one spot where he is. So let me roll for the acrobatics. Acrobatics, rolling that. 19, we're good.
Yep.
Alright, so we move to... Yep, let me grab... To here, and he drops her right in front of him.
Okay.
And that's my action.
Alright, Yara, you're up.
Yara's going to take one action to move,
Mm-hmm.
and she's still raging. So she's going to hit the big one in front of her.
Go for it.
Whoop, baby!
That is going to be a crit for 30 points of damage.
Plus
Plus.
the rage.
Plus. Yeah.
Which-
So that's going to be 35 points of damage, and the creature is still standing.
Wow.
That's
Whack it one more time.
Go for it.
Eh.
All right, that's going to be another 13 damage, and the creature is still standing as you're beating on it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you had to move first. You're up.
She's gonna shoot at the large one again.
Go for it. That will be a miss.
It just doinks off the forehead. Doink.
As the ball bearing bounces off of its head.
I don't really have anything else I want to do, so I'm just gonna move back towards
Saadi.
Saadi, I suppose.
Okay. Saadi, you're up.
Saadi is going to rest her Giselle on Iori's shoulder, like the rattling, like the rats from like Skaven from Warhammer. I'm just kidding, but it's fun image. Anyways, yeah, she's just going to attack the big ogre, or undead ogre.
Go for
That's
it.
her Giselle.
Do you want to
Uh,
roll
hit.
that?
That will be a miss.
Definitely going to reroll that.
Go for it.
2.
Oh, no.
Made it worse.
Okay, well, I mean, thankfully we go with the highest, but it's still a miss as the bullet flies wide.
Yeah. Saadi's going to quick draw her pistol. And she is going to transform that pistol into a two-handed Giselle.
Good call. There you go.
You'll have to take 1 point off of it because my Giselle has a +1 now.
Yeah. So.
Jesus!
Oh, come
I
on!
mean, that makes sense if it's the first time you're trying this.
I'm going to reroll it.
You're going for it.
What?
Oh.
Oh no! Drin, you're
Well,
on.
you had a bad day.
At least this is not us rolling to save ourselves, right?
Yeah. And
Saadi's
Mary
just gonna,
even chimed in.
Saadi's just going to reload her pistol, disappointed in herself.
Deep baritone voice going, "Begone, foul creature!"
Oh no. Is he gonna lay on it? Oh, he's gonna Warhammer.
Alright, that's going to be a 21. That will hit, and that brings the big creature down.
Hey.
As the big zombie becomes a big pile of, just goo on the floor. And now, at that point, the skeleton, who had switched out the shield for a lance, is going to use his action to basically charge in. And is going to... He had readied an action, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It charges in with the lance, and it's going to attempt to stab at you, Drin.
Shield block if I can.
To ward off, prevent. Okay, so if you get hit, then damage will be decreased. So since I'm using a charge, basically it's going to get a +2. So 21 will hit. And
Yeah, it matches. So yeah.
Yeah. So what's the hardness on your shield?
5.
Okay, so you take 3 damage, and the shield takes 3 damage. And then it's going to use its last action to basically. Actually, no, it's not his turn. That was a reaction. So that was what it was ready to do. So, do you have any other actions?
I do. Yeah, I have 2 left.
Go for it.
I have to use my second. I want to re-roll that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're moving closer because the lance gave him reach.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I would have to move closer, but I still want to re-roll this.
Go for it.
So that makes the third action, and it still missed.
Yeah, still a miss.
I mean,
Okay.
you are stepping on the gooey body of a dead monster.
All right.
You-
Okay, so that's where you want
I
to be.
moved closer. Yeah.
Okay, so the skeleton is going to switch weapons. So it drops the bow and takes up a sword, and it's going to move around to here, and is going to attempt to slash at Drin. So, 22 will hit for 4.
Okay.
Now it is the skeletal champion's turn. The skeletal champion is going to switch weapons, dropping the lance and grabbing up its sword and shield. It will take a move, and it will swing with the flanking bonus. So +2 to this. 16 will miss, right?
That's right.
Okay. So that is going to be it for it. Yule, you're up.
Alright, you'll use the point to move to here with his wolf. And then, since he still has a shovel in hand, flank and strike! Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit, and with the weakness to bludgeoning damage, that is going to take it out.
Thump!
Nice.
Alright, and then Yule takes a moment to switch back to his bow. And that's it.
Alright. Yarra, you're up.
Okay. Yarra's gonna move right here.
Okay.
Still raging.
Yep.
Oh, I am re-rolling that.
Yeah, go for it. 19 will hit, but it's going to use its Tactician's ability to basically automatically do a shield block. So it raises shield and does a shield block, so it takes 5 less damage from the shield. And because of its resistance to slashing damage, it damages the shield, but it takes none itself.
It's vitality damage, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. My bad. You are correct. So it's going to. I need to look at its ability again because you.
I don't think it's basically it blocks with the shield, but it doesn't do anything.
Well, no. It doesn't take the full damage,
Yeah.
but the skeleton is not weak to vitality damage, so it does take the 5. It just doesn't take 10. So it still helped.
And that's perfectly fine because
You're swinging again.
swinging again.
Still-
And remember, I'm still raging.
This one will miss, however.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh.
All
So
right.
it looks like the breaking point is 18.
18 or 19.
Well,
Yeah.
well, keep in mind that. Yeah, you are correct. You're up.
Let me see. It's probably the best I could do line of sight wise, so telekinetic projectile.
Go for it. 16 will miss.
Okay.
As it bounces off of its shield.
That's me.
Alright. Saadi, you're up.
Remind me, did I reload my gun, my pistol?
You reload your
Well-
pistol, yes.
Okay. Saadi's actually just going to spend this turn reloading her guns. So she switches to her Jazale, reloads that, switches to her unloaded pistol, and that's her turn.
Okay.
She's just furiously putting powder into all of them.
Drin, you're up.
I'm going to move and flank and hammer.
Go for it. That will hit. And let me see, that's 5 bludgeon. Is it weak to bludgeon? It is not, but it hasn't had its turn again, so that's going to be 5 damage. So there we go. It is still up.
I hit it again, although the damage didn't show.
Just re-roll it. We'll just take the damage from the second one.
Yeah.
That's a better attack.
Hey.
Okay. So you deal 10 bludgeon, and it is almost down, but it still seems to stay up.
That's my 3 turns. I moved in 2 attacks.
Yep. And so the skeletal champion is now it's got its reaction back. It's going to now do a full shield block. Basically, it seems to be more defensive now. So its armor class is a bit better than it was. And then it's going to use its next 2 attacks to swing. So it's going to swing at Drin. So here's the first attack. 25. Would you like to use your shield block?
Yes.
Alright, so you and your shield take 5 damage. Or 2 damage, excuse me.
Okay.
And it will swing again. And completely whiff. Yule, you're up.
Yep.
And
Yule,
just yells out, "How dare you come into this place? Do you know that the rings will have your soul?"
the rings ain't coming for your shit ass!
Hell.
And Yule just takes a moment, aims, and 23?
23 will hit, and let me see, with the piercing, because you got 6, that is just enough to get past its resistance. So, how do you want to do this?
He aims right for the point of, like, he closes his eyes a moment, feels where the concentration of the spirit is, and just lets it rip, flying right through the center of the skull where the spirit is tied. Right
And
through the nose.
Yep, and as the arrow flies through the nose of the skeleton, the creature collapses down into a heap on the ground as the bones and armor just crumble into dust. And that ends the encounter. So, all is quiet once more. What does the
Saadi
party
is still
do?
reloading her gun.
Yule begins to search this last part of the library area for scrolls.
Okay. I'm assuming everybody is searching, right? Is
Yeah.
anybody searching the bodies?
I'll do it.
Okay. So the skeletal champion had a lance, a longsword, a steel shield which is slightly damaged now, and chainmail armor.
Want to post it so I can copy and paste into the party fund?
Fair. 1 moment.
Saadi is just like gingerly stepping around the corpses. He's literally on the tips of her toes.
What's the quality of the chainmail?
It's actually pristine. It's good quality iron chainmail.
If it'll fit, I'll take it.
Let's see.
It is
Might be a little tight around the chest.
Yeah, it's a little tight around the chest, but that could be adjusted.
Okay, so the
So
chainmail was
you can
just
take-
taken.
Let me look at what chainmail is.
All the skeletons had scimitars. Or excuse me, the one in the room had scimitars. The ones in the side room were only had claws.
Yeah.
I'll switch it out later. Not enough time here.
Yeah, I was gonna
so-
say it's a medium +4 armor.
You also, searching around the room, you find a few. Important items. First of all, you find a shield, which looks to be a buckler made of wood, but it almost feels like it's humming with vitality energy. You also find 2 vials, 2 bullets, which seem to be filled with something like kind of burbly, watery, like alchemical bullets. And you also find a runestone. And the runestone appears to be a +1 weapon potency runestone.
Huh, another runestone. Nice.
Use
Now, In addition, though, you do find, after 10 minutes of searching, a scroll and a book. And I'm going to have this appear to everyone so everyone can see it. But first, here's the scroll.
Oh.
The scroll, when you examine it, details how to use a special dragon's fang and wood from the Chuyokai forest to create a powerful weapon capable of standing up to Oni magic. The scroll, you notice, is streaked with blood spots and bears the mark of Mizu Ki Hikari.
Now, Mizu
The
Kihikari,
rebellion.
that's the rebellion, okay.
Now, the more interesting find, perhaps, is a book that bears the symbol of the 7 rings of heaven upon it. You'll need downtime to study it.
Just keep the book.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That book is just going into our... We're not mentioning the... Yule looks to everybody. This book does not exist. The scroll we can give over. That's what we were paid for. This book, it doesn't exist.
Ah.
Can we copy the scroll real quick?
You can attempt to?
I have, actually, in my inventory, I think I have a writing set.
You do.
So I
And
will
there's
do that.
plenty of paper around.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to, it is a detailed set of instructions and guides, but like a very in-depth, detailed crafting set. But you can go ahead and copy it. You can spend an hour to do so.
Yep.
Which means that if somebody wishes to do so, they can try to study the book as well.
Yes, I will
You'll
give that.
need a society or society perception or lore check.
I'll do it, and I'll do
I will-
society. Oh, I am re-rolling that.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm helping with the society. I got the
Heck?
society. I got it.
I'm going to say that Yule gets it. So I'm going to update the file real quick.
Iori's
And
going to ask, why does this book not exist?
Because
We're
he
not
never
handing
asked
it
for
over.
it. It's
So-
It's a book on the 7 rings.
The translated text in the book appears to be a series of magic sigils and drawings that suggest ways to use geomancy to exacerbate earthquakes for the glory of Lady Nambio. Most distressing is that the early pages suggest that Chieftain Earhunter, a goblin, experimented with geomancy in Kowling, which resulted, based on the timeline detailed in the book, may have been what caused the spirit rift. And apparently, this chieftain Earhunter wishes to perform a test of geomancy and natural disasters to see if he can undo the harm caused to Kowling using Chuye as a testing site. And it details that he apparently formed the 7 Rings of Heaven in order to effectuate this experiment. Finally, the book suggests that the undead were placed here as guards so the 7 Rings could return after the festival to continue their research.
Oh, so we need to pull all the research out.
Everything we can find.
Yep.
And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Woohoo!
Now, I am going to give you XP before we close out, so give me just 1 second to factor it in, if you don't mind.
No.
And let me pull out my calculator function. But yeah, I was waiting and hoping that you would have discovered that. Okay, and I'll give the quest complete XP because might as well. 405 XP.
So that puts us at
13, 14.
13,
And-
14.
Last question. Since you had an hour, anybody who was not copying the scrolls or studying the book, can attempt to a Arcana check or Arcana or Nature check to try to figure out what the if any of the other items were magical.
I will work on that.
Go for it.
Okay, we're all level 3 now.
Sweet. So wait, that puts us, what, 300 into level 3?
314.
Alright.
Alright.
Do any of you want to re-roll those?
Well, hold on. Let's see what Iori rolls first.
This would be Arcana.
Or Nature. Okay, Iori got it. Got it. So the shield, the 2 bullets are minor life shots, and I'm going to type this in. 2 life shot bullets, and the shield is a sapling shield minor. To explain, the sapling shield is a buckler that you can use in action to turn into a tower shield.
Nice. That's something that is actually really useful for Saadi. Maybe, I don't know.
Remember, Saadi uses 2 hands for the gun.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I was like thinking, you can turn it into a tower shield and then use it as a rest. That's where my brain went.
I mean, well, keep in mind they already have the portable cover.
You're right. So that's actually something that's really good for, I guess Drin.
Could always
yeah.
give it a try.
So everyone is now level 3, and congratulations! Like I knew when I was looking over this dungeon, I was like, "Crap! We have how many sources of slashing damage? Crap! We have how many sources of vitality damage?"
Yeah, what is
and then you
vitality
forgot I
damage?
took-
I don't think that term means anything to me.
It's positive damage, aka holy damage, if you will.
Basically, when Pathfinder had to remove like all the D&D stuff out of it so that they could stand on their own, they changed radiant damage to vitality damage.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good. Like void is their answer to necrotic or negative energy.
Fee, I was trying
Yes.
to find deny advantage because that's one of the things I get in the 3rd level, but it's coming up rogue deny advantage.
Well, barbarians get it as well. So
Okay, I wanted to make sure before I did.
Yeah, just search deny, and it's the 3rd option down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second.
because it's there as well.
It's actually 2nd on my screen.
Ah, cool.
So, what all do I get for level 3? You said I can choose a mount. I heard that part.
Let me,
Is it not letting me?
you. Okay, so you do get to increase skill. That means one of your skills can go from trained to expert or untrained to trained.
Okay.
Like Saadi had to do that for crafting.
and then you get your divine ally skill, which allows you to choose either a blade, a shield, or a mount.
And you get a general feat.
Okay. It's not letting me drag it.
You might have to type it in because it's probably one of those weird one of those rare weird things that have to be typed in. But since we're doing character sheet admin stuff, you want to close it out?
Yeah, give me just 1 second.
Sure.
Okay, you said divine ally weapon, a mount, or what else?
Or a shield.
Shield.
You get to choose one. You can never change it, so choose.
Alright. Alright, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.